The views and opinions expressed by Ryan Menard and John Little are those of the broadcaster and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Pilot Point Independent School District or PilotPointBearcats.com. Any content or comments provided by our broadcast team is their opinion and is not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything. This broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the expressed written consent of PilotPointBearcats.com.
This is Bearcat football on PilotPointBearcats.com.
Going to get this one first into the end zone.
No doubt about that.
Now Hanson in, and this is going to hop in the end zone for a touchdown. No, Wyatt Smith keeps it on Wyatt. Touchdown, Pilot Point.
And now to the booth with Ryan Menard and John Little.
We are live. Good evening, Bearcat fans. You're listening to the Pilot Point Bearcats on PilotPointBearcats.com, brought to you by the Speed of Light Broadband. I'm Ryan Menard, and with me tonight is Mr. 29, John Little. It's homecoming tonight, and the Bearcats are at home, where they're looking to celebrate many things. Class reunions going on, kings and queens, and hopefully the Bearcats will clinch their spot in the Texas High School playoffs tonight. John, what are you looking for out of the Bearcats tonight?
Well, Ron, good to be with you. Happy homecoming, brother. Really, I'm looking to see these Bearcats come out and play a clean game. The last 2 weeks, we've kind of complained about the penalties and maybe the officiating in certain spots, but certainly a lot for our Bearcats to clean up, even though we got 2 good victories out of the last 2 weeks against Paradise and then last week against Whitesboro in that double overtime victory. But if we play a clean game and come out here and execute, I think we're going to get off to a nice little start here against the Ponder Lions.
Yep, and after a shaky 1-2 start, Pilot Point had rattled off 5 consecutive wins coming into tonight. 4 consecutive wins coming into tonight. They're 5-2 in the season. Pilot Point is looking to continue that streak. Playing a team like Ponder.
Play it like it is, folks.
Playing a team like Ponder can be a landmine, though. Pilot Point should cruise over a team like Ponder most every time they play them. But last year was a perfect example of what can happen if you show up not totally focused and you overlook them. So last year, a year removed from scoring 70 points on Ponder, the Bearcats had to scratch and claw for a late fourth quarter touchdown to leave Ponder with an 18-13 win. With all the festivities tonight, are you concerned with Pilot Point overlooking Ponder?
Nope. I'm just kidding. A little bit, Ryan. There's a lot of distractions going on here. We're dealing with an electrical issue here on the lights on this side. But we're getting back on track here, and I think Ponder's done us a favor. We talked about this in the custom roofing and construction pregame show, but Ponder switched that back to a spread offense, a lot more possessions for both teams. So they're not running that double wing or wishbone offense that they ran last year. So I really think this thing will be a lot more wide open, a lot more points for our Bearcats tonight.
Yeah, well, so with lighting issues and internet issues, we got on a little bit late, so we're going to try to pump out a little bit more information, but we are going to step away for the prayer and the national anthem, and when that's over, we'll come back with trends and streaks, go over a little bit of the district standings, and then but before we do that, let's do a uniform and weather check if you've got it ready.
Yeah, I got it, Ryan. So weather-wise, it's 75 degrees. It feels good, except the humidity is kind of high, 55%. Winds 6 miles per hour out of the southeast. We only got a 10% chance of rain. I don't see that happening at all. But the temperature should get down to 68 by about 10 o'clock tonight. So another decent night for Bearcat football. And as far as the uniform check, those Ponder Lions over there, they're going with the the modern deal of two different logos on their red helmet. On the left side, they got the gray number logo, and on the right side, they've got a red line embedded in the state of Texas. And then they've got they're going with the white jerseys. It appears with red numbers and red pants. And then our Pilot Point Bearcats got the nice traditional white helmet with black numbers on the side, black uniforms with Bearcats on the front with the white numbers and white letters with the orange around the numbers and letters. So it's good for broadcasters as we can see that nice white number on a black jersey with the orange pants.
Yeah, now that we're through that, like I said, we had internet and lighting issues. The internet is up and we're streaming. The lights are on. We're ready to go. So the players are getting ready here for the national anthem. But before we do that, we're waiting for Ponder to take the field. So they're still in their tunnel. So while they're in their tunnel, we're going to do some trends and streaks. As mentioned, Pilot Point's on a 4-game win streak. Pilot Point's 71-point win over Ponder in 2019 ranks the 5th highest point total in school history. Pilot Point is 9-3 all-time on October 22nd. Last week, Pilot Point recorded 4 sacks against Whitesboro. This last happened against Bushland during last year's playoff run. Aydon Cox and Eddie Catan recorded sacks in both of those games. Pilot Point is 2-1 all-time in overtime games, and it was almost 10 years to the day last week when we went to overtime since the last time we went to overtime, where Pilot Point beat Gainesville 24-21 in overtime. And then we mentioned it a few times on broadcast and pregame shows. Aydon Cox has had 4 consecutive 100-yard receiving games. But now that we're through that, we're going to step away for the national anthem, and we'll get ready for Bearcat football.
Let's pray. Dear Father, we thank you for a perfect evening of football. We thank you for keeping us safe tonight. Dear Father, we just pray for the players on both sides of the field that you'll keep them injury-free. Lord, we thank you for the effort they put in all week through practice, along with the band and cheerleaders. Dear Father, just thank you for loving us, thank you for protecting us, and give us a great night. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, so we're getting ready for the Southern Junkie opening kickoff. I do know Ponder won the toss. I looked away for a split second, I guess, when they said what they chose to do. So I missed that. So we'll get that to you in just a minute. I'm going through District 4, 3A standings. Brock's at the top, 4-0 in district. Pilot Point tied with them at the top, 4-0 in district. Then you have Peaster and Paradise. Peaster's in third at 3-1. Paradise at 2-2. They play tonight. That's a big district matchup. That 5-spot, Whitesboro 2-2, Boyd 1-3, Ponder and Bowie at the bottom at 0-4 for each of those teams. So that's what the district standings look like. That's where we're at. Now we're getting ready for some football. This week we have we're going to attempt to broaden our horizons and be able to go down to the sideline from time to time and maybe get a little bit of information directly from the field. Looks like the Bearcats are kicking off, so Ponder won the coin toss and elected to receive, which will lead us into the Southern Junkies kickoff. And the start of the first quarter brought to you by the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. Captains for the Bearcats tonight were Cade Carter, Jacob Gleiser, and Andy Mendoza. And Elias Alejos has it teed up, ready to kick it off deep to Ponder.
Let's play some football.
The kick is good. It's down the left side, fielded at the 15. Going to return it, try to get in the middle of the field. The Bearcat coverage team, once again, we talked about it last week, that spot between the 35 and the 45. and they get it out to the Ponder line, 39-yard line. So, John, pass rush was getting after him last week. Ponder likes to sling it around. But tell me your thoughts.
They're going to have a lot of opportunities tonight for sure. I think they love, like you said, they love to throw the ball. So I think it's going to be a test for our secondary, which is good because a lot of teams now have gone to the air raid attack in the modern era. So it's going to be a good experience for our secondary. And then I think once, hopefully, if we get a nice lead, the defensive line can pin their ears back and get after that quarterback.
Absolutely. Well, as advertised, we're back to pass on the first play. A deep curl route caught. Bearcats have to make the tackle. 3 of them get there, and that's going to looks like it's going to be about 9 yards on first down. Clifton Cooper is the Lion quarterback, and he slung that out to, looks to be number 17 there, Dylan Cope. Dylan Cope, I don't remember getting lots of catches so far this year. Matter of fact, I think this might be his first game up.
Yeah.
Swing out pass left, immediate pressure there. Aaron Strittmatter brings him down. Big tackle for loss on the 2nd and 1. It's going to make it 3rd and 6. Aaron Strittmatter, big play. Number 21 there, Mason Hodges on the reception, immediately drugged down in the backfield.
Yeah, and it always seems like it's somebody different on that defensive line, and on that play was Aaron Strittmatter.
Well, they're going quick. Drop back pass, stepping up into the pocket. He gets rid of it, and he's going to get it out across the 50 for a first down. That's Cope again, number 17. And he early couple catches. Looks like it's his first varsity game. Couple catches so far.
Nice big target. I don't know if they planned that, but they had two receivers in the close proximity of each other.
From the 47-yard line.
Well, they're going in a tempo here. That's their first run right up the middle. Really nowhere to go. 1 yard on the carry. Tad Templin. That's the guy you hit on in our pregame show.
Yeah, he's wearing that 22. So it reminds you of Emma Smith, a little scat back.
Going tempo again, right back to him, and he gets maybe another. Oh, he didn't bring him down immediately, so he's going to get what he should have only got 1. He ends up with 4.5.
They did a good job keeping his feet moving through that initial contact. Got a couple extra yards out of that.
Well, they like to go with tempo. They're going to have about 3rd and 5 here. Snap, drop straight back to pass, and they're kind of going to try to get a stop and go out there on the right side, and it is well overthrown. Going to set up a 4th and 5.
And amazing how many times they've already targeted Cope. That was his third target there.
Yep, Jace Williamson out there in coverage. Junior cornerback, good coverage on the play. And they're not going to punt. They're going to look to pass on 4th and 5, throwing out into the flat. Caught by big number 33. Juke Kelly, good name, and he's out in the flat and gets a first down on the 4th down.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys I highlighted, Ryan, in the players of the game. Man, he's a big back. You can tell he's a senior, so you expect him to be a leader.
Well, they're going to run here with Tamplin. Tamplin finally finds some room, and he's going to get out and drag a couple Bearcat defenders well off the first down. So Ponder's running with some tempo here, getting it down the field. It's a bit surprising.
Yeah, that's Templin, man. He keeps his feet moving through contact for sure.
Going right back at it again. They're going right to him. Curly Brockman comes through, can't bring him down by the ankles, but trips him up, only allows 2 yards on the carry. This is the 180-degree different from last year. Last year, they're snapping every ball with 5 seconds left.
It's 100 miles an hour faster than last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Snap, handoff again. Curly Brockman comes through again, exact same thing. Gets him around the ankles, trips him up, and it's going to set up a 3rd and about 7 here. It's a long 7 here for Ponder.
Right, they're giving Gunner kind of a run for their money as far as fast-paced offense, at least in his first initial series.
Yeah, it caught me off guard for sure. But Clifton Cooper fakes the snap, looks over, gets a new call, and they're slowing it down. Big Juke Kelly is a tight end. You mentioned him. He's a big kid. They're looking his way in the flat, and they get him again, and he can't bring it in. And Gage Anderson was there to defend the pass as well. That had been a big task to ask that little freshman to tackle that big old guy.
Yeah, he's a big dude. You're gonna have to get him low around the thigh pads and hang on for help probably.
I don't know if Gage saw he dropped the ball, but he jumped on his back like a gorilla. I don't think that was the way he's going to get him down. Snap, 4th and 6. Looking back to pass, throwing left again, throwing a wheel route. We're ready for it. Wyatt Smith goes up. And it is, oh man,
he got out-battled.
Yeah, Wyatt Smith had it, but number 10 had it. Coming down to the ground, Case Peacock. He's the one that comes down with it. And now it's going to be 1st and goal from inside the 5. Snap goes through the hands of the quarterback. It's a race to it. He can't pick it up.
That's what we
He
needed.
finally does jump on it at their own 25. If he didn't get it, it might have been a Curly Brockman house call. I called the defensive touchdown in the pregame show.
Yeah. That's what we needed, Ryan. We need something to slow down their momentum, and they're going so fast at the quarterback. I don't think he's even ready for the snap on that one. Took his eye off the ball, and it got by him, and that worked out for the Bearcats' favor for sure.
Well, second really long quarterback draw coming up the middle. Oh, it was a pass play. He ended up trying to get it out to Case Peacock there.
Yeah, and that's what I talked about in the pregame show as well. He gets a little loose with the ball there, Ryan. Looked like he certainly was going to scramble and then just pulled up and just kind of threw it widely.
Third and goal from the 25, back to pass, and he's pressured there.
There's
Number
our pass
49
rush.
can't get him down, but Aydon Cox finishes the job. Hey, Chance, if you're down there and you can hear us, I don't have the most up-to-date roster.
Who's 49?
Who's number 49? Caden York. Terry Slade just answered us. But can you hear us down there?
There you go. Scoops Callahan will get back to us on it, though.
Yeah, guys, I got you, but Terry beat me to it this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we got you. So Caden York with the the initial pressure. So it's going to be a long chance here. Throw down the seam. Incomplete. And that was 4th and long. And no flags. The Bearcats are bailed out by the bad snap on 1st and goal. And so I think that's a good opportunity that the Bearcat defense can kind of get woken up after that drive, because I don't think anybody was expecting that.
Not at all.
Well, we're going to stay here because things are moving fast. We'll get a commercial after the Pilot Point drive here. Hopefully they can start off with the same sort of tempo and get it in the end zone.
Yeah, that was kind of our issue last week against Whitesboro, was just not finishing drives there in the first half, Ryan. So we definitely want to try to get away with 6 on this first drive.
All right, well, they're lined up here, pretty common formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ish Harris next to Wyatt Smith. And here we go. First play, advanced care penalty, false start on the Bearcats. So, going backwards early.
Yeah, that's what I talked about. I want to see a cleaner game as we progress here towards the end of the district season here.
Want to do a shout-out, Sunset Pools and North Texas live chat. Nobody's commented yet. Let's get it. Wyatt Smith avoids some pressure on the pass attempt, escapes, gets it out to Ish Harris, who's trying to find some room. He gets the original 5 yards back and trying to find some more. I think he finds 7 yards there on that 1st and 15 to put us ahead of the chain. 2nd and 8 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, good job by Wyatt Smith eluding the pass rush. Yeah, 2 guys bearing down on him, just stepped up and then found Ish out there on the left sideline.
2 defensive linemen both, thinking they had him dead to the right, and he gets out of it. We're throwing it out to Aydon Cox to the flat. Picks up a block, gets out to the 40. Jumps over a man. 45, spins out of another one. 50. And you know what? They say he stepped out of bounds at the 49. I think he stepped out of bounds the first time, but where they marked him, I didn't think he was out of bounds.
Man, a couple of nice little spin moves. Man, Aydon Cox is just playing with so much confidence right now. Just put the ball in his vicinity, he's going to make something happen.
Well, that was good for an Irish Real Estate first down, so they get bailed out of that 1st and 15, and now we have the ball at our own 49-yard line looking across midfield here. Wyatt Smith's pass, throws out the flat. Crew Chandler picks up a block, Aydon Cox, sidestep the rookie tackler, 40, 35 down to about the 31. That's going to be 20 yards on that 1st and 10, giving us another Irish Real Estate first down and a Bearcat Nutrition Den big play. First commenter in the Sunset Pools of North Texas live chat, Mitchell Wester, that we call him the punter killer for my day. He was known for hitting punters late. Dropping straight back to pass. Wyatt Smith sails one deep the end zone. Aydon Cox trying to go get it.
Wow.
And he just can't quite adjust to it. Decent coverage on the play. Just a little bit out of Aydon Cox's reach. That's one of those that lately we've just been seeing him go and get it.
Right, nothing's been out of his reach lately. And when Wyatt let that go, I thought there's no way. I thought it was way over Aydon's head, but he still almost got a hand on it.
You're right. Yeah. So absolutely.
I like the play before that, Ryan, where we get the ball to Crew quickly out here towards the sideline, because last week he had a couple of drop issues. Get him some confidence early.
And they're going back to Aydon Cox, and Crew gets run over by Aydon trying to block. Aydon's not going to let anybody tackle him. He's going to get it out across the 25 for about I'd say 8 yards there. 7 yards is where they're marking it, so it's going to be a third and 3. Really manageable from the Ponder line, 24-yard line.
We got a
injured line on the play. This would be a good opportunity to get our first break. We'll do a commercial and come right back.
Years ago, a Cowgirls kennel opened with a unique approach to dog boarding. At a Cowgirls kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirls kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new Catswere. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it.
And we're back here. The young lion is up under his own power, walking off the field, so it looks like he's going to be okay. Number 2, I didn't even, on the live chat here from Paul Martin, linebacker Cale Martin out for tonight's game with a staph infection in Children's Medical Center in Plano. So let's all give some prayers out for Cale Martin battling staph infection. Those can be pretty serious.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's been a good player this year.
3rd and short, pistol formation, handoff.
Okay,
Ish gets a hole, cuts it out left, trying to pick up a block from Cade Carter. He does, and he finds the end zone for the Pellsville Princeton touchdown.
He go. He's dangerous.
24 yards on that carry. That was an explosive run there from Ish Harris.
Yeah, and you love to see it. And that's, we talked about punching it in on our end, and we did. Offense did their job. Just marched down the field, got it done.
Just as we were mentioning Cale, so that one goes out to Cale right there.
There you go.
They stopped the swing and Gay here, so we are going to go for 2. Snapped over to Ish Harris and a big mass of bodies. I think Ish Harris might need to get a little bit of space between his line and because he caught the ball and everybody was already surrounding him. The Knicks Italian point after attempt is no good. 5:57 left in the first quarter. Bearcat 6, Ponder 0. We'll go to a commercial break and come back after that.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full-service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
I'm going to come back for a Riney Construction stat sheet check on that drive there. Wyatt Smith, 4 of 5 through the air, 48 yards. Aydon Cox, 2 catches, 21 yards. Ish Harris, 1 catch for 7. Crew Chandler, 1 catch for 20. And then the big touchdown play, 1 carry, 24-yard touchdown for Ish Harris. That is a good opening drive for the Bearcats, 72 yards. And now that the Bearcat defense saw what Ponder did to them on that opening drive, I'd love to see them adjust here and start putting the brakes on that Lion offense.
Yeah, I think that they will, and I liked our diversity that we showed there on the offensive end. Didn't even get Gage involved yet, so good things to come. I see Caleb Marsh join the chat, and we're on pace for the 50 burger already, I think.
Southern Junkie kickoff, caught at about the 17-yard line, return right up the middle and right to the sweet spot. The Bearcats make the tackle at the Lion 34-yard line. Dak Morgan on the tackle for the Bearcats.
On the tackle for the Bearcats, number 75, Dak Morgan.
Yeah, nice sound tackle, staying in his lane and closing that gap by Dak Morgan.
Yeah, not many 75s traditionally covering kicks, wouldn't you say?
No, but whatever it takes, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the numbers. We were rooting for the homecoming court there for Ryan Riney.
All right, so we lost the light again. We're going to play on though. Snap. Clifton Cooper looking to pass. Steps up the pocket, delivers it out to the right side. Caught. Oh, Jace Williams strips it. He picks it up. Jace Williams is going to return this down. Spins out of a would-be tackler. Gets all the way down to the Ponder Lion 36-yard line. So what a recovery, because Jace looked like he got spun around. The receiver caught it, and I think he thought he was already past Jace, and Jace just picked the ball right out of his hands.
Yeah, that was great. Great job staying with it. Like I said, it looked like he was a little bit lost at first, and then made a great recovery.
Hey guys, down here where I'm standing, I think the lights messed him up. I think he quit when the light went off, and then the receiver just ran right by him.
Well, I don't know. He recovered well, so excellent job recovering.
I'm sure Ponder's going to blame the fumble on the lights as well.
Yeah.
But he caught it. He caught it with no lights.
Well, here we go. Trips right for the Bearcats. Gage Anderson in the backfield, and they're going to fake it to him and throw it to Ish on a stop. And he's going to try to make some room, and he really can't find any room. So it's going to be a complete pass for no gain there on first down. We're trying to sling it around.
Yeah, they really are. And, I think Ish had 4 receptions last week. He's really starting to get involved in the pass receiving side of things.
Absolutely. 5:15 and counting in the first quarter, brought to you by the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. Bearcats up 6-0 here. This is their second drive of the game. Wyatt Smith, the quarterback's going to step back to pass, look left, step up to avoid some pressure. There are some more Lions there, and that second 10 is going to turn into a 3-yard loss on the sack. John, are they bringing pressure there? Did they just?
Yeah, they are. And they got that big Juke Kelly, number 33. Man, we talked about him. He's a senior. He's a big, strong football player, man. So he can play some ball. They didn't give Wyatt much time on that play.
Yeah, well, trips left here for the Bearcats. Cade Carter playing tight end on the right side of the formation. We're going to motion Gage Anderson out, and Ish Harris moved early in advanced care penalty. That's a discipline penalty there. I was going to say, not a whole lot of defensive tackle tight end combinations, and as I was about to say it, I realized I had one on my team. Carter Street, wore number 2, played defensive tackle and H-back for us, so I don't think he caught as many passes as Juke Kelly has caught.
2's kind of a cool number for a defensive lineman.
You go ahead and scoot on down to your north, and to your left.
Well, the Bearcats are going to have to overcome a sack and then a fumble here. So it's going to be 3rd and 18, it looks to be, for the Bearcats. Line to gain is the Ponder 25. Wyatt Smith's going to look deep. He's going to throw it out to Crew Chandler, fighting for the ball, and it comes down in the Lions' hands. No, they're going to say incomplete. Butterfingers, it came right down in his lap, and ultimately he could not bring it down with him.
Yeah, good job by Crew Chandler. It kind of turned it into a defender. Looked like it was a clear interception, but Crew just fought for it and kind of stripped the ball there at the last second.
Yep, so it's going to give Aydon Cox a chance to boot this one. Talking about his punting average on the CNS post-game wrap-up and how you want to get that average up a little bit. So, but this is more of a position for some finesse.
4th down for the Bearcats.
Yeah, we might have to take a delay of game to let him open it up. He's just going to check this punt up, I'm sure.
Yep.
With his leg.
So it's going to be a high punt down the middle. Nobody's going to be there to field it. Bearcats are going to get under it, but it's an advanced care penalty on the Bearcats. They ran a guy on the field late, and he readjusted when the up back went in motion. The up back didn't completely stop his motion, so this is a illegal shift on the Bearcats. We'll see what the Lions want to do, but we'll go to a commercial and we'll come back on the other side with what they do.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
And we're back here. So with Ashton Kirby still out with the ankle injury, we've seen some different guys go in and play corner. This week is the first time we've seen Jace Williams get in there early and get a lot of action at that corner spot. And while he let up that one catch earlier, he recovered with the strip. But he was in real good position on that completion that he let up. So
yeah, Cruz had a real good season so far. He had a couple of drops last week, but he's been reliable for sure.
Well, they're going to pitch it out to the right-hand side. Wyatt Smith did a good job of setting the edge, but he gets it back in the middle. And, man, he ran into a mass of bodies, and we didn't get him down, and he almost scored it away.
Shades of Winky Williams right there. You didn't know if his knee was down or not, but I think in that case his knee was on a Bearcat defender.
Yeah, I think this one was legit. That other one was clearly not. going in a hurry, pitch the other way. Once again, trying to set the edge, coming from behind. It looks like that's Alex Puga going to jump on his back and ride him down on the carry, number 25, Zane Cassidy.
Zane Cassidy. On the tackle, number 2, Alex Puga. Be second down and 7 for the Lions from just shy of the 35-yard line.
They're going fast again.
Second and 7, and they're going to run this one between the tackles. We have some whistles, and I'm going to assume that this is a
false start.
A false start on the Ponder Lions. Advanced care penalty on the Lions, going to back them up from 2nd and 7 to 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and the same, the Bearcats have had their penalty issues. It's certainly something that Ponder cannot, I don't think they can overcome that in this game.
Crew Chandler and Jace Williams playing corner for the Bearcats. Snap, and it's going to be another run up the middle. Looks like Cassidy again finds some space, gets it out across the 35, up to the 37. Going to set up a 3rd and 6 here for the Lions. Gavin Wheeler coming in. Gavin Wheeler, Eddie Catan going to play the defensive tackles here. Aydon Cox and Puga, your defensive end. Snap. Coming off the edge, Curly Brockton gets picked up late. Good footwork by Clifton Cooper, but he short throws it, and Ish Harris almost had a chance to intercept that at midfield. It's going to be 4th and 6 here. See if Ponder wants to punt.
Yeah, we've already seen a couple of turnovers and a lot of near turnovers. Kind of a
Going to be 4th down.
Kind of sloppy Ponder with their offense so far.
I wonder if Ponder adopts the never punt strategy. We'll see. But at this level, a lot of times your quarterback's your punter. So he's back there. It looks like an offensive play, but we'll see what ultimately they do. Trips right for Ponder. Bearcats trying to get lined up. He backs up. Looks like it's going to be a punt, and it is a quick kick. High, no return man deep for the Bearcats, and it's going to bounce, take a Lion bounce to about the Bearcat 20-yard line where it's going to be down.
Well, thinking about it.
So when we come back from commercial, it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Pilot Bearcats.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 20. Wyatt Smith takes a snap, and it's a busted play, so he's just going to try to run it himself. Man, so, John, we talked about it. All these festivities is going to cause a mental fog. We thought that we learned our lesson last year. We'd be fine. And this is what I call a mental fog so far. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, you hope we shake it off quickly here, but the offense hasn't been in complete rhythm since that first drive, for sure.
We're in the lighting, the side of the field that has, like, the paradise lighting. And see if that's going to affect. Ish Harris is going to get the carry. No, Wyatt Smith's going to pull it and get it out across the 25 for about 6 yards on the carry for Wyatt Smith. Going to set up a 3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line.
I like using the poor lighting to our advantage there and going with the fake. Well, option read. Wyatt's real good at carrying out that fake.
Minute 20 left in the first quarter, brought to you by the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. Fit Body scoreboard check. Pilot Point 6, Ponder 0. Bearcats on their 3rd possession of the game. Snap, looking to throw. Swing, screen. Aydon Cox goes up and gets it, and he's gone to the house. They're not going to catch him. Well, no, there he goes. He kicked in the afterburner. Another huge play by Aydon Cox there. With 74-yard touchdown. Bearcat Nutrition Den. Big play for the
Always cold, always cold.
Well,
always cold, and he blew him away on that one, Ryan.
Yep, so 70, it looked like 74 yards on that touchdown right there. It's just
not fair.
Lined up for the next Italian PAT. We're going to kick this one. Snap, hold, the kick is up. And it is through.
Good, baby.
57 seconds left in the first quarter. Pilot Point 13, Ponder 0. We'll be back for the remainder of the first quarter after this.
For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Uncle Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats. Located in Pilot.
Well, if anyone was wondering if Aydon Cox was going to be able to get to 100 yards receiving another week, he's at 95 so far here in the first quarter.
Wow. Is this going to be, I think it's going to be 5 straight weeks, right? If he gets 100 this week? I heard Chance say he's at four. I know he had 100, I believe.
No, I think in all 4 of our wins. Yes, since the Gunner game, 100 yards in every one. So this will be 5 consecutive weeks for him. He's got 5 yards to go. Southern Junkies kick is going to be fielded at the 14 and try to return up the middle. Curly Brockman flips him at the 20. And
certainly,
number 10 tried to get up and over, and he didn't make it. Case Peacock made him do a full somersault there.
Wow. Curly's going to put one of those Miles Garrett graveyards in his front yard for Halloween, and he can bury a body on that one.
Yeah, and that wasn't just anybody. Case Peacock, he's a sophomore, but he already has over 700 yards receiving this year. In comparison, can't get over how good Aydon Cox has been. Aydon Cox entered tonight with about 750 yards receiving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Case Peacock has been their version of that. So
absolutely, he has. That's why I was kind of shocked they've thrown it to 17 so many times.
Motion into trips left, motion jet sweep action back. A couple penalties coming out. I believe that's probably going to be shifting penalties on Ponder.
On the carry, number 22.
We're going to wait and see what that advanced carry penalty is. Tad Tamplin got the carry, but I don't think it's going to stand.
13, Dakota David.
Yeah, I think they had 14 guys in motion on that play, Ryan, so it's probably like an illegal shift, I think.
Yeah.
In most states.
Well, it's going to back them up 5, so it's going to be now 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line for Ponder. If they're going to try to throw this ball, let's go get a sack here and really put some pressure on them deep in their own end.
And that's the thing that's killing this Ponder line team. They got a lot of juniors on this team. They got a bright future ahead of them, but they've got to clean up the drive-killing penalties.
Trips left for them. Now they're going to do the same jet sweep motion left to right snap. Cooper is going to hand it off up the middle. Nowhere to go. I believe that was Curly Brockman coming in like a missile.
I think that was Aaron Stripmatter.
Okay.
Aaron Stripmatter.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
As Terry calls him.
Tackle. I thought Curly shot in there like a missile. But
man, I was with you.
Aaron Stripmatter, a couple big tackles here.
Yeah, he's playing well.
This is the most defense I've seen him play so far this year. Dropping back to pass, looking right. Clifton Cooper slant route. Incomplete. Excellent coverage there by Jace Williamson. Jace Williamson, excellent coverage there. Guarding the slant route there. Excellent job there by Jace Williamson.
Broken up by number 6, Jace.
And that's going to do it for the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. After 1 on homecoming. Pilot Point 13, Ponder 0. We'll be back after this.
Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats. Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets. Chandler Cabinets, 40 years of excellence.
So Ponder's going to get the ball to start this Maverick Faster second quarter. I wonder if looking back into the dark end is going to affect the receivers at all.
Yeah, I think it certainly could, Ryan. They're gonna throw it though. They're way behind the chains here.
Ponder goes empty to start the quarter. Immediate pressure. Sack. Alex Puga. I called it. I said we should sack them here deep. Really put the pressure on them deep in their own end. And Alex Puga comes around the edge and records the first sack of the night for the Bearcats. Now it looks like we're getting a traditional punt team come out for the line.
Yeah, they're making a lot of subs, so you would think he's already back deep to punt it.
Yeah, Aydon Cox looking if he's going to get the nod to go back and return it. They're going to send him and Chandler back.
Check that fourth down.
If he makes a decent punt here, Ryan, I'm making a house call.
Well, the snap is high. He catches it one hand and gets a really short punt bounce. It does take a Ponder bounce, and they're going to luck out that this even gets to their own 46-yard line. Bearcats with 11:05 left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Going to get the ball already in Ponder territory. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the Sunset Pools of North Texas live chat. Mitchell Wester, Paul Martin, Caleb Marsh. Got Buzz Menard, my old pops up there. D. Morris, 54. Midlife Drafty. Jason DeVibus.
He's going to bring us a 60-watt.
He's got to climb up there and put it in.
I think so. That's going to be difficult, but good luck with that.
Ish Harris going to get this carry up the middle. Sidesteps a man. It's going to take two Ponder lines to bring him down. After 3 yards on that carry, going to set up a 2nd and 7. Already at the Ponder line, 42-yard line.
I'd like to see another long Ish Harris run for a touchdown and then get Gage some carries.
The 2nd down and a long 7.
Two receivers right. Ish Harris also to Wyatt Smith's right, along with the H-back. And they're going to look that way to pass. Wyatt Smith's going to deliver a good one to Aydon Cox. That's going to get him over 100. Stiff arms a man. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. Finally drug out of bounds at the Lion 25-yard line for an Irish Real Estate first down. I believe that's enough yardage to get the Bearcat Nutrition Den big play marker. And that's going to put him over 100 yards receiving a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Just got to love the confidence that Aydon Cox is playing with, man. He's just catching everything. Nice strong hands, and then he's not looking to get out of bounds. Like you said, he wants to make the most out of everything.
Ish Harris with the tackle up the middle. He's got some space. Stiff arms a man, cuts it right. Touchdown Ish Harris, 25 yards. His second 20-plus yard touchdown run of this game. Pelsel Princeton touchdown. The Bearcat Nutrition Den big play. Bearcats extend the lead to 19 pending the Nixon Italian PAT. That's an excellent run there by Ish.
Absolutely, man. Good blocking. He had a huge hole and just made it look easy.
The lights are back on this end of the field. The snap is up. The kick is up, and the Nixon Italian PAT is good. 10:18 left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Bearcats 20, Lions 0. We'll be back after this.
Are you looking to build that dream home or barn-dough? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048.
Bearcats starting to liven up a little. So, we kind of a sluggish start on both offense and defense. That mental fog we talked about that we were worried about. Well, it's starting to clear now, and the Bearcats are starting to look good.
Yeah, they are. And speaking of lively, it's a nice crowd we got here tonight, Ryan. They're into it. The band seems louder than usual. Nice homecoming buzz about the atmosphere.
Yeah, I actually, during the break earlier, I turned to John and I asked him if it was louder than it normally is tonight, and he agreed with me. It's a pretty full house tonight here. This is the fullest we've had it all year. The Elias Alejos kick is deep. It's good. It bounces at the 6, and it takes its time to get in the end zone before it finally gets in the end zone and is going to be a touchback. That's a good thing to see for this coverage team that's really kind of had a little bit of trouble covering kicks.
Yeah, and I already sense that the Dauber's down for Ponder. You know, they started out the season pretty good with a couple wins, but they've been on a bad stretch here. And once things start going bad, then you kind of start looking for reasons for them to continue that way, and Ponder certainly had that in the last couple of drives with some big penalties and turnovers, near turnovers, and just making a lot of little mistakes that at the end of the day cost you. And 20-0 now. We'll see how they respond.
Ish is looking good tonight, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got his legs. He's got some confidence about him tonight.
And the first play of this is going to be a handoff up the middle. Breaks the first tackle. A couple Bearcats teaming up to bring him down, but not until he gets maybe 9 yards. Tad Tamplin with 9 yards. So I'm gonna trust our stat guy, and if anybody who knows him, I don't know how trustworthy he is.
Sketchy at best.
Ish Harris tonight, two carries, 49 yards,
okay.
2 touchdowns.
That's a pretty salty line.
Yep. Well, that carry right up the middle by Clifton Cooper is going to be enough for a Lion first down. Guess that's not going to include the Nick's Italian 2-point conversion on the swinging gate.
But he get 1 yard on that?
Maybe.
Maybe. First and 10 for the Lions.
Going quick, another carry right up the middle, tiptoeing into the hole. And he gets about 3 yards there just by getting his feet moving. A Tad Tamplin again.
On the tackle, 78, Gavin Wheeler.
Big Gavin Wheeler on the tackle.
Big Gavin Wheeler on the tackle. Play before that was Colin Lynch with a nice tackle.
Drop back to pass here, throwing a slant route.
Good coverage.
Great coverage there by Crew Chandler. Got there in perfect timing.
Broken up on the play by number 12, Crew
Targeting
Two
number
live crews
24.
playing with some confidence as well tonight.
2 live crew, yeah. Targeting Zane Cassidy there. So it's going to set up about a 3rd and 7 here for the Lions in their own territory. 2 backs, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap. Cooper's looking to pass. Looks left. Lions looked like they were confused on the route, ran into each other. Going to force a 4th and 7 here.
It's going to be 4th down for the Lions. It'll be 4th down and 8.
And when you run kind of a rub route, you don't want to rub your other receiver too hard there.
Yeah, you're trying to rub the defenders, not run into each other. We'll see if they're going to quick kick here. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Looking to pass.
They are going for it.
Steps up in the pocket. Pressure. Drug to the ground. Sack. That's
Puga.
sack number 2 for number 2, Alex Puga. Turnover on downs. Bearcats going to get the ball in Lion territory.
Number 2, Alex Puga. Be first down.
Excellent.
You know, the media guy, I think 2 sacks in a game is a season high. So I think Puga just got a season high.
2 sacks in the game by 1 person. Well,
yes, sir.
He's got quite a while to try to get number 3, doesn't he?
He does.
Well, the Bearcat offense.
Thank you, Scoops.
Thank you. Bearcat offense back on the field in a pistol formation. Ish Harris, the deep back, takes a snap, and he's going to get the handoff right side. This carry number 3, and this may be touchdown number 3. Turns on the burners down the sideline, and he gets in. Another Pelzel printing touchdown, 37 yards by Ish Harris.
Let's go.
Bearcat Nutrition in, big play, and man, this is what everybody's been waiting to see all year, right here, man.
Yeah,
Talk about explosion.
Yeah, I talked about Ponder. Look like they've got their daubers down, and on the flip side, man, what the heck's wrong with Ish Harris, Ryan?
Oh, let me tell you, 3 carries, 86 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's what's wrong with him, huh?
Man, oh man.
He's got the touchdown flu.
Yeah, Nick's Italian PAT. Snap is up. Kick is up. And it is good. The Nick's Italian PAT sails right through. 9:07 left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Bearcat points are coming quick. 27-0. We'll come back with the Southern Junkie kickoff after this.
Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
Well, I bet if I'm Aydon Cox, I'm glad I've already gotten that streak of 100 yards to continue, because I don't know if I'm putting the ball back in the air after what we're seeing Ish Harris is running the ball.
Exactly. And might not use Aydon a whole lot the rest of the way if the ground game keeps going like this. And Gage hadn't even got started yet.
Yeah, four catches, 112 yards for Aydon Cox, 3 carries, 86 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Ish. This Alejos kickoff is going to be caught at the 11, and they're going to fair catch it, so they're just going to take it at the 25. So that's another, helpful thing for the coverage team who's, been, holding the other team between the 35 and 45. That's not the best field position, but with the touchback and the fair catch there, getting it going. Starting to wake up. Points are coming. Points are coming hot and heavy here for the Bearcats.
Absolutely. I was hoping for the 50 burger, and it's in play. There's no doubt.
We're already halfway there. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. So, this one, Ponder has been a scrappy team this year. But in games like this, what you see a lot of times, this reminds me of DeKalb almost, in the sense of if you let a team hang around for a little bit and be there in the end, they can really do some damage. But if you jump out on them quick and early, you kind of, go into like shutdown mode. And the Ponder Lion team is really reeling right now. But Cooper's back to pass, looking to try to get us on a deep ball, and he gets a bite, but it is overthrown. A little double move on Wyatt Smith, and the receiver got him. Ball was overthrown, so disaster narrowly avoided there for the Bearcats.
Really, that was a nice play call by Ponder coming out. If he could put a little bit more air on that and let his receiver run under it, that could have been dangerous for sure.
Second down and 10 for the Lions.
Second and 10 for the Lions. 2 receivers right, 1 split way out left. It's going to be a carry right at the middle. Another flag comes out.
No need flag on the play.
Another advanced carry penalty.
Tamplin there on the carry.
It's going to be on Ponder. They moved or shift early.
Illegal shift on the. What is that even signal? How could that be on the? Look at Coach Marks being polite and handing the flag back to the line judge. How sweet of him.
Wow. A homecoming love story.
Well, they're not really. Umpires getting ready to mark the ball. Maybe the referee pointed the wrong way.
He did point.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Well, they backed up.
I have no idea what happened. What I do know, it's 2nd and 5, so it must have been on the Bearcats, I guess.
5.
Fit body scoreboard check. Bearcats 27, Ponder 0, 8:45 and counting. Snap, handoff to the left side. Alex Puga sticks his nose in there for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 6 here for the Lions. Yep, he sure is playing. Zane Cassidy on the carry there for the Lions. Negative 1 yard.
Number 2, Alex Puga. It's going to be 3rd down at 6.
Lions are going to get set up. Trips right, also with the tight end right here on this 3rd and 6. Snap, throw it out, swing pass. Peacock caught it. Makes Wyatt Smith miss, but he's only able to get about 2 yards there. Going to set up a 4th and 4. I don't think Ponder ever actually got set before they ran that play right there.
They've done that quite often tonight. They got away with it there. They're going to go for it here, I think, Ryan.
4th down and 4. Trips left, snap, handoff up the middle, and he lined again as the 40. With the momentum, looked like he was going to get there. Ish Harris come out and put a hit on him.
Laid a lick on him.
Stops him short along with number 50, Diego Aleo.
And number 21.
Ish Harris came up and stuck him and stopped his momentum. Aleo jumped on him and brought him down short of the 1st down. Another turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Pilot point at the Ponder Lion 39-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Wyatt Smith fakes the handoff. He's going to throw a slant route, and we have an advanced care penalty, false start on the Bearcats. That was going to be a slant route right there to Ish Harris.
False start on the Bearcats.
You think this is cadence? You think this is, what is this? This is happening a lot.
It has throughout the season. That's what I'm just talking about. I want to see him clean this up. What do you got, Steve?
John?
Yes, sir.
That is number 13, Dakota David. He was also the quarterback on the previous series.
Oh, Dakota David, the quarterback. Homecoming king. Fields the snap, looking to throw, throws a deep ball to Ish.
There he is.
Ish runs under it, caught, is going to keep his feet. Yes, 10, 44-yard touchdown for Ish Harris. Goodness gracious.
Have a night, Dakota David.
Ish Harris, his last 4 carries, or his last 4 touches.
They've been
21 touchdowns, 25-yard touchdown. The third one was 37, and that one was 44. His last 4 touches
I don't know how he
have been
stayed on his
touchdowns.
feet right there, Ryan. I thought he was going to stumble and fall down.
Well, the homecoming king, Dakota David, comes in and throws a touchdown pass. Extends the lead. Bearcats 34, Ponder 0, 7:38 left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Let's get a commercial.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
And we're back here. I want to highlight what I said right before right before we went to break. Ish Harris's last 4 touches, 21-yard touchdown run, 25-yard touchdown run, 37-yard touchdown run, 44-yard touchdown catch. That's his last 4 touches.
Man, it's impressive. It's like Chris Norman without his shirt on. It's impressive, brother.
I don't know about that. Here we go. Another fair catch on the kickoff, fielded at the 5-yard line.
Chris can hear my jokes now. I love this.
Yeah, we've been insulting Chris Norman all year without him being able to hear us, even though we can look at him when we do it. He can hear us this week, so. Here we go, Bearcat defense. Since that first drive, nothing really threatening. They had a guy running deep open right on the last drive, but they couldn't convert it. And other than that,
that's the difference between being, a top 4 team in district and a bottom team in district. It's that execution. A lot of dumb penalties, a lot of pondered lines, and just can't seem to connect when they need to.
Halfway to 70 almost. It's a handoff left side. He hits the hole with some speed. I think that's Cassidy.
Nice run.
Cassidy's going to have one man to beat, and it's Ish Harris.
He's not going to beat him.
Ish Harris is going to push him out of bounds, but that's going to get from, there's flag on the field, advanced care penalty.
Uh-oh.
Man, I'll tell you, I think that's Cassidy. He hit that hole with some speed.
Yeah, he did. Ponder shot themselves in the foot again, though, with the holding.
Coming back on the hold. That was a 35-yard run by Cassidy. Man, he exploded through that hole.
They got some good young talent. A lot of good juniors. Cassidy's a junior. At 22, Tad Tamplin is a junior. The quarterback's a junior.
He's trying to, I'm looking at the live chat, and Buzz Menard said, let's not go there trying to eat. I was unsure what he was talking about because he was kind of older and technology. And then he was talking about Chris Norman without the shirt on. I understand what he means.
Ruined his dinner.
Now.
Sorry, Buzz.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Handoff to Cassidy, same play, other side, and he's going to hit the hole equally hard. Not as much space, but he's going to get the first down there.
Yes, he is.
Because the hold happened so far down the field. That was one of those unique scenarios where it was first and 7, and he gets enough for the first down there.
First and 10 for the Lions.
Eduardo Camargo said he started Ish Harris on his fantasy team, so yeah, he's in pretty good shape if that was a thing.
Another
Cassidy getting after it on these carries. Hitting the hole with some speed.
Yeah, and Ponder seems to have made an adjustment. They're going to go straight to the running game now. It's paying off so far.
Well, they're going to, Tamplin's coming in to spell Cassidy, and defensive coaches are pretty unhappy with somebody letting them have it.
Not pleased.
And we get this uppercut granted timeout. We're going to get a commercial.
Fit Body Gym in Aubrey, Texas, owned by Mike and Becky Phillips, is your one-stop shop for all your fitness needs. At Fit Body Gym, we specialize in one-on-one training, small group training, and sport-specific training for people of all ages. We work hard to get you the results you need, whether that be weight loss, toning, building muscle, or just wanting to live a healthier lifestyle. Stop by Fit Body Gym today, located at 106 North Highway 377, or call 972-768-9994.
And we're back after that commercial. The Bearcat defense trying to get it figured out again. And, I expect to see a few more touchdowns put up before halftime by the Bearcats. get into halftime, a homecoming with a big lead, come out and let some of the younger guys get some experience in the second half.
Still plenty of time. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. That's the way the game is played nowadays. Plenty of possessions left. It looks like Ponder's certainly shifted to more ground game. See if we make an adjustment there.
Man.
After the timeout.
Well, they're in the pistol formation, and they go right back to it to the right side. And, man, their linemen are down there doing some work. I definitely have to give them that. Number 58, Joe Green, who was a captain tonight for Ponder, helping really set the edge there and make that hole. He was a left guard, pulled, and made that happen. And they're going to run to the other side, and coming right through is big number 77, also a captain tonight, Andy Mendoza. Wraps him up, gets a little bit of help from Puga, and they bring him down for a loss of 1. Colin Lynch in on the assist as well. 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Snap, looking to pass, throwing it down the sideline, a deep curl, caught. Crew Chandler couldn't bring him down. Wyatt Smith eventually going to push him out for a Ponder Line first down, and after that, let's go to a Pilot Point feed, out-of-town scoreboard.
Yes, sir, Ryan. So the interesting game this week is Peaster at Paradise. Peaster's up 20-14. 11 minutes left in the second quarter in that one.
Hand up to Cassidy between the tackles, and he has nowhere to go. First there, it looks like Colin Lynch gets him wrapped up with Curly Brockman and Aaron Strittmatter all teaming up for the Bearcats. Aaron Strittmatter getting some play to spell Aydon Cox, get him some rest on the defensive side of the ball. He's checked in, and it's going to be a run to the left-hand side. Cassidy with a carry. Defensive end gets it upfield, retraces his steps, and makes the tackle there for the Bearcats.
Who do you like, Ron?
Curly Brockman.
And that Peaster versus Paradise.
I like Peaster, man. I think Peaster's program. Yeah. They're a few linemen short of being a really, really good team.
Yeah.
And I think they have the skill position players.
Absolutely.
Trips right for Ponder. Look, pre-snap penalty there on the Ponder Lions. Going to back them up to 5. It's just going to go from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 13. I loved everything about that Peaster program. The fans were great. The atmosphere was fantastic. The team was talented.
McElroy at quarterback. He's got something.
Jamar Gilbert. They had a good receiver. They were some linemen short of really, really contending. But they're a talented bunch. I think they were more talented than Paradise. I definitely think that.
Really? They're playing at Paradise, though, so they're having to adjust to the darkness like we are here.
Yep. Trips left for the Lions. Snap looking to throw that way. Steps up in a pocket. Escapes the pocket, is going to run. Aydon Cox tracks him down along with Crew Chandler. They're making the tackle short of the first down, but it's going to go from 3rd and 13 to about 4th and 4 here for the Lions.
On that tackle, number 12.
Ponder offensive line did a great job of keeping the quarterback clean on that play.
They gave him a pocket to step up into. Outside of a couple plays, they protected really well. And not on this play, though. Oh, what a play, I guess. You know, the Bearcats brought some pressure. Got to him right before they got to Clifton Cooper. He gets it out into the flat to number 10, Case Peacock, who catches it. There's no one out there, and he strolls into the end zone for a Ponder Lion touchdown. There will be no shutout tonight.
Yeah, good play call by the Ponder Lions there because we were bringing it, and they had a nice little quick out route.
This drive was definitely set up by the run. Ponder got this drive started off with a few explosive runs, and now they're going for a Nick Italian PAT attempt to try to put 7 points on the board. Snap, the hold, the kick is up. It looks good, and it is. The Nick Italian PAT is good. 4:35 left in the Maverick Fastener second quarter. Bearcats 34, Lions 7. We'll be back after this.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit? Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286.
We'll go to some other Pilot Point feed out-of-town scoreboards that don't quite involve Pilot Point, but are still interesting.
Yes, sir, Ron. Lovejoy Leopards are up 17-7 at halftime against Frisco Raccoons. Lovejoy's 3rd in state, and Frisco's 8 in state. And I've been following Lovejoy. I've got a couple of friends who live over there, and they have not been tested all year. I'm looking forward to Lovejoy versus Aledo. I don't know if they'd match up in the state championship, but that's going to be a good game.
Gunner was up, 42-6 in their matchup?
4-2-0 over Blue Ridge with
second quarter.
Yeah, almost halftime there. But man, Gunner Tigers are number 2 in state. They are humming along, aren't they?
Yep, I'm the Bearcats here. I'm looking for some sort of surprise onside potentially. Lions have a little bit of momentum, might try to capitalize on that.
Why not?
Approaching the ball, and this is going to be a pooch kick down the Bearcat sideline in a hole. No one's really there. It bounces. And man, Gage Anderson, the freshman, who had a lot of space to go. It's not easy to dive and get a football like that. The ball hit the ground. Luckily, it bounced straight up. But the Ponder Lions were right there to recover it. If Gage Anderson doesn't field that cleanly, it's Lions ball.
Absolutely.
But he dives right under it and is able to come down with it and save the Bearcats in possession.
He was coming off full sprint right there, Ryan. It looked like he jumped from about the 25 to the 29. Good number to catch that in the air. And like you said, if he bobbles it or anything, Ponder's probably on it because they had 3 or 4 guys right around him.
All right, here we are back. Trips right, have the ball on our own 29. Wyatt Smith back in at quarterback, and he hands it off to Gage. Gage is going to get out about a yard on the carry, going to set up a 2nd and 9. So I wonder, what's the thought about, was Wyatt Smith injured? Was they just trying to get some Dakota David some run? Even though I imagine he's going to play plenty later on in this game.
Yeah, I wonder if Scoops Kirby has the insight on that, or can get back to us on what the thinking was there.
Wyatt Smith is back. He takes a snap looking to pass. Slant route, Aydon Cox. And Aydon Cox, no one's there.
Turn air conditioner on.
Aydon Cox, he does not want to be outdone by his partner. And that is a Pelzel Printing touchdown. Huge play there.
How do you leave him that open?
70-yard touchdown for Aydon Cox. So, Ish Harris, we thought he was having all the fun. Aydon Cox, 74-yard touchdown, 70-yard touchdown. He's getting in on the party, too.
Yeah, and I saw coming into the game, he's a leading 3A, 4A receiver. He's just going to extend his lead on the competition after this game.
Goodness, Riney Construction stat sheet check. 5 catches, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Fantasy numbers galore.
Nick Italia PAT is good. 3:57 left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Pilot Point 41, Ponder 7. We'll be back after this.
Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
You don't want to miss.
Well, we're back from commercial, and everybody just missed the Massey Stadium staple of Terry Slate reading the concession stand menu.
Ron, we've got Snickers.
Snickers and Frito pie and
a couple of good bands coming up at halftime.
Yeah, well, and the moon's pretty impressive tonight. If you reach down in the press box down there.
Yeah, I think Terry's been playing with that. That Plainview game. They have the lighting that goes on and off when they score. I think Terry's been jacking with that behind the scenes, and he's the one that's messed up this lighting.
Yeah, this kick was fielded at the 7 and going to be returned up the middle. And some momentum, and once again, when the return happens, it's in the same little sweet spot there. Ponder's going to get the ball at their own 34. When we reference the lights, the light on the Pilot Point side closest to the field house keeps going on and off. It's not like flickering, but it'll be on for 4 or 5 minutes, and then it'll be off for 10 or 15. On for a few minutes, off for quite a while. So, but the Bearcat defense has to answer what they allowed to happen on the last drive, but as we're waiting on that to start, John, if I told you 3:50 left in the second quarter, Ponder at 193 yards of offense, how would you feel?
I would say they overachieved.
I would. Oh, they're going to get some yardage here around the left side. A flag coming out. So Alex Puga is going to draw the hold there at the line of scrimmage. But I would tell you if they had 193 yards in the game, I'd be like, man, I'm kind of surprised. But in the first half, they have 193 yards and have only, they had 193 yards, but they only have 7 points on the board.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The killer is they got all the way down to the 4-yard line and had the snap go behind the quarterback. So
yeah, it's the little things, and they get another penalty here. They just haven't found a way to put everything together except for that last drive.
30-yard field position swing there. It looked to be about a 20-yard run, going to come back and back them up 10 yards on the hold.
I like the adjustment they've made to go the ground game first, though.
Well, as we say that, they're going to throw the ball deep. A deep stop route caught and immediately tackled by Crew Chandler. They're going to get almost back to the original line of scrimmage, so about 8 yards there. Riney Construction stat sheet check. I mentioned 193 yards of offense for Ponder, 326 yards for the Bearcats so far. So handoff right side, a hole there, but immediately closed up. Ish Harris, Jacob Gleiser, clean that up for no gain. The difference in this game is when Pilot Point's been capitalizing with these yardage and touchdown. They have 41 on the board to Ponder 7.
Absolutely, they have. Ish and Aydon have gone off.
3rd and 13 here. Cooper back to pass. Left, looks right, finds some space. Trying to find somebody to throw to. Alex Puga puts some pressure. Finally, we get to him, and it's a sack, 3rd sack of the game. This one is Eddie Gatan and Aydon Cox teaming up. This one was mostly Aydon Cox, but Eddie Gatan definitely got there as well. That'd be a half sack for him. Going to set up a 4th and long, 2:47 and counting in the Maverick Faster second quarter, and the Ponder punt team's heading onto the field.
Man, I was focused on him scrambling. I'm going to call that a coverage sack because he had plenty of time back there.
He sure did.
He
ran
was
all over
dancing around
the place.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, Deb had to have been a coverage sack. I didn't look downfield, but man, he bought himself tons and tons of time.
Sure did. Still want to see an Aydon Cox punt return for a touchdown.
I think we're about to see, I don't know why it mattered to him. We were about to see an advanced care penalty delay a game, but Ponder uses an uppercut granite timeout. We're going to get a commercial and come back with the punt.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats.
And we're back here. 2:24 left in the Maverick Fastener second quarter. Fit Body scoreboard check. Pilot Point 41, Ponder 7. I think the Bearcats have a good opportunity to get at least one more touchdown on the board before halftime. Last time Ponder punted like this, the snap was bad. This time it's good, fielded. Not the best punt towards the Bearcat sideline. It bounces at the 48, bounces straight out of bounds. So Pilot Point, with 2:23 left, is going to get the ball at the Ponder line, 47-yard line. So for a team that has not had a problem moving the ball, they have a short field coming up.
Yeah, why not put 6 more on the board? Got plenty of time for it.
Wyatt Smith playing quarterback on this drive. We got Gage Anderson down there. Crew Chandler playing receiver on the right side. It looks like maybe Steven Rodas on the left side. Getting under center here, Wyatt Smith. And it's going to be a play-action pass.
Touchdown. Come on.
Wyatt Smith's going to hit Colin Lynch in the flat. Caught. He's going to turn up. He's going to get the first down plus some out across to the 30. Lowers his shoulder. Gets down to the 29-yard line there. Colin Lynch, that might be his first catch of the year. And it looked good. Caught the ball and ran with it. Got some yards.
I tell you, he's my guy on special teams, Ron. He seems to make all the key tackles on kickoff. So it's good to see him getting involved on the offense right there.
Yeah, they're going to go back under center. I really love that bootleg type play. Snap, drop straight back. Going to be a carry by Gage Anderson. Wrapped up. He's only going to get about 1 yard. Man, he just not getting a whole lot of space when he gets the ball because he's really good in a like a phone booth. But man, you give him the ball, he's immediately wrapped up half the time.
Yeah, I think he only had 24 yards against Whitesboro, which is kind of shocking the way he started out the season. So I'd like to see him get going.
2 receivers right, high snap. Weissman's going to keep it. Get out the right side, 20. He has a chance. 15. 10.
They're
They're going to call holding on. It looks like maybe Steven Rodas out there playing receiver, blocking down the field. This man was in front of him. What was he holding?
Yeah, I hate to see that when it seems like it's one of those that doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, it was past the first down marker, so this will be one of those odd scenarios. Like I said, you have a big hold, but it might end up still gaining yards on the play and still second down.
And usually when you keep your hands inside like that, you don't get called for the hold. But I guess if the defensive back is really trying to get away from you, you got to let go.
Yeah, well, we gained about 2.5 yards on line of scrimmage wise, but obviously lost some yardage there because we had a good run there by Wyatt Smith.
I really want to see a Cade Carter touchdown.
I think Dakota David has checked back in after that run. Now he's at quarterback. So, yeah, Chance, any idea why they're switching in and out like that?
I don't have any idea. I'll try to find out, though.
Hey, man, I thought you were the football genius. You're like questioning Belichick and Saban, and you can't tell us why we're switching quarterbacks?
Well, I don't want to interrupt the guys in the orange shirts during the game, and I have a feeling they're going to be tight-lipped when the buzzer goes off. But if not, I'll make something up. How about that?
Hey,
we should give you an actual physical mic to try to put in Coach David's face when he walks off.
Just say, champ,
That'll go over real well.
champ, got a question here for you,
great.
champ.
Well, another advanced care hold on the Bearcats there. They're really going to back us up. So, what was looking like a promising drive, still, been kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. Not that big plays have been hard to come by for us.
That's what happens sometimes. You got guys in different positions.
High snap, another. All right, geez, Louise, another advanced care penalty, false start on the Bearcats.
Against the Bearcat.
I think the officials just thought it's time to test Coach Marsh and his patience level. See how he's kind of swandering out on the field now.
Well, that's what they say.
He's getting frustrated.
You pray to be more patient. What that does is gives you more opportunity to test your patience, right? So
absolutely, it is.
I feel like he's handling it well. Maybe he's handling it well because it's 41-7.
Exactly.
Snap. Drop back. Dakota David looking to find a man.
Oh,
Gage
nice.
Anderson snuck out the back.
Great play.
Cut, and it's going to go 41 yards for the Bearcat touchdown. There's the big play we were looking for from Gage Anderson. I've been waiting for him to bust out all year. Excellent play. And the homecoming king getting some action, throws his second touchdown pass of the night. 41 yards to freshman Gage Anderson.
Yeah, and he snuck out of that backfield, and he got that space that you were asking for, Ryan. He definitely had room to run there.
There's no doubt he's going to be awesome in space. He just hadn't had any of it this year. And there it is. Mixed Italian PAT. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 44 seconds left in the Maverick Faster second quarter. Pilot point 47. Pilot point 48. Ponder 7. We'll get a commercial and come back and finish the half.
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy has built a reputation on providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123.
And we're back here. Some more fun facts from the broadcast team. We talked about Ish Harris's last 4 touches were touchdowns. Dakota David tonight has attempted 2 passes. He has completed both those passes for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. So everything seems to be working tonight offensively.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love it.
Caleb Marsh just mentioned how this game is wheels off now. I imagine the second half broadcast might get a little wheels off as well in a blowout like this. Fair caught, dropped at the 9, rolls out of bounds at the 5. At the 6, that means that's where the ball is going to be marked because he didn't catch it on the fair catch.
That's not good. Not good for the Ponder Lions.
When it rains, it pours, man.
Absolutely does.
That ball fumbled out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
Man,
the 5-yard line.
So he signaled fair catch, and if he catches it, it's down there. Ball is out at the 25-yard line. But he drops it, and it rolls out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Man, you almost feel sorry for him. That's just it's a tough thing, buddy.
Yep.
But 41 seconds, I think we'll probably let them get this thing into halftime, but they're gonna take a shot. Let's see.
Well, they're gonna run the ball between the tackles here, trying to find some space, nowhere to really go. He's gonna get maybe a yard on the carry. He's gonna set up a 2nd and 9 from the 7. Under 30 seconds to go in the Maverick Fastener second quarter. Fit body scoreboard check. Bearcats 48, Lions 7. And we don't have to get one more play this half, but they're lining up like they might run one more play. 23 seconds left on the play clock, 15 on the game clock. They snap it, and this should be the last play. Handoff up the middle, tackled at about the 12-yard line. So that's not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to set up 3rd and medium. And we're going to run this one out to halftime. So homecoming here at Massey Stadium. Halftime, Bearcats 48, Ponder 7. We're going to go to halftime and come back for the second half of this one.
Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independence Business Banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to this week's Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. This week, we're going to recap last week's double overtime district win at Whitesboro. Then we're going to have a conversation with Coach Tom Swartz of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and you can find him on the Bearcat sidelines most Friday nights. And then we are going to preview homecoming, talk a little bit about homecoming coming up against the Ponder Lions, and preview that game a little bit, and maybe talk homecoming experience that I had, along with maybe a homecoming experience, what it was like in the mid-90s for John. So now that we've talked about what we're going to talk about tonight, let's dive right into last week's matchup at Whitesboro. So final, Pilot Point Bearcats 34, Whitesboro Bearcats 28 in double overtime. Moves Pilot Point to 5-2 on the season and 4-0 in district play. So, above all, we got the win, and you know what they say, we're not going to apologize for wins, especially road wins against good teams in the district. That being said, it really seemed like it took 3.5 quarters for Pilot Point to really dial in against Whitesboro. So the offense left a lot on the table, especially early. At halftime, I think we'd outgained Whitesboro somewhere along the lines of like 160 or 170 yards to 70. But we were losing. We just couldn't seem to finish drives. So, how do you feel about the Bearcats' overall performance, and what does it say that even though we seemed to leave a lot of points on the table, we were able to still pull it out in the end against a good team?
Well, Ryan, I will say that after closely watching, the Danny Joe David led Bearcats the last 2 seasons, that we can generally count on them to play with a lot of heart, play to the whistle, and they're going to compete with a lot of toughness and grit. And I think that game against Whitesboro really exemplified all of those qualities. And I heard Coach Travis Marsh say in the Paradise post-game wrap-up show with Chance that anytime, you come out of Whitesboro with a win, that it's going to be a well-earned quality victory. And, man, he hit a home run with that statement, because I think that's exactly what it was. Like you mentioned, that we probably left, it seems like we left a lot on the table. To me, it was very similar to the Dallas Cowboy versus New England game of the past weekend. I felt like, we dominated the game stats-wise, with some of the offensive production and such, but we just didn't come away with points at certain times, especially at the end of that first half. If you remember that weird exchange where we actually took the field goal off the board because we got a penalty there and thought we were going to punch it in, and ended up getting a crazy false start that I still don't understand how we got a false start on that one. But regardless, then we ended up missing the kick, and then, so we didn't get any points out of that exchange, and that's kind of the way the first half went for us. But then they dialed it in the second half, and like I said, man, that was a quality win against a solid Whitesboro Bearcat team who was, they were up for the challenge. So it was a hard-fought victory.
Yeah, so stat leaders for both teams. Pilot Point had 206 yards passing, 177 yards rushing for 383 yards of total offense. Whitesboro 165 yards passing, 67 yards rushing, 232 yards offense. That's kind of a peak of what we're talking about, where we outgained them by 150 yards, and it felt that way on the field. It just was at times, at one point in time, I think Pilot Point had 5 good drives and had 3 points to show for it. Whitesboro had 2 solid drives and had 14 points to show for it. So, that stat kind of tell like what we're talking about, seemingly leaving a lot of points on the board. Individual statistics: Wyatt Smith passing for Pilot Point, 16 of 30 for 206 yards. Ish Harris, 21 carries, 91 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the night. And then Aydon Cox with another 100-yard plus receiving night, 8 catches, 134 yards. Didn't find the end zone in this one, but still put up over 130 yards of receiving. For Whitesboro, Mac Harper, 11 of 21 for 140 yards through the air. He did throw for 3 touchdowns, though. That's another thing. So he threw for 140 yards without a huge fake punt for Whitesboro. They don't seemingly get on the board in the first half, maybe at all. That fake punt was a huge play for them. Contreras was their leading rusher, 11 carries for 49 yards. And then Nagelstad had 5 catches, 82 yards, and he caught one of the 3 Whitesboro Bearcat touchdowns. In the end, when Pilot Point finally answered, Pilot Point and Whitesboro traded some touchdowns at the end of the fourth quarter. In the first overtime, they traded a set of touchdowns. And in the second overtime, Pilot Point were able to get on the board for 6, could not convert the 2-point conversion. And something that I have been told when we needed it most, it came through. On that Whitesboro drive in double overtime, I think we had 2 sacks, and then we pressured Mac Harper into throwing another one when he wasn't ready. How big was the pass rusher's performance in overtime, and how important is the overtime experience? So just in case we go into an overtime game in the playoffs, we have some experience.
Yeah, Ryan, I think it's huge. I mean, man, we've praised them a lot, that pass rush, that is, all season long for what they've done. And the thing I've been impressed with is it's just not one guy. Obviously, Aydon Cox stands out in all areas, but we've got excellent D-line play and pass rush from a plethora of players. And, at times it's been Alex Puga, it's been Ryan Riney, it's been Aydon Cox, but, man, we got to give it up for the man, Eddie Catan, in that double overtime with that huge sack. And, man, he just looked like he was fired up the entire double overtime, got the team fired up, and he was certainly the star of that second overtime on defense. And, as far as the win in double overtime, it should give us confidence for later in the season and hopefully in the playoffs, that, when the chips are down and everything's on the line, that we can come through in the clutch, because we had to convert, a bunch of third downs. We found Cade Carter a couple times in key spots in overtime, and they did what they had to do to get it done and get that victory. And so games like that, I think, can propel you later on, and hopefully in the playoffs. We know we can do it. We've been there before, and hopefully we can do it again.
I want to give a shout-out to somebody, a position that is often overlooked. But I can tell you from personal experience, I was going back to Friday night. There were 2 moments in that game I was incredibly nervous during. And that was at the end of the fourth quarter. We scored a touchdown to pull within 1. All we need is an Elias Alejos.
Yeah.
Elias Alejos, PAT,
rushed him on kind of late,
and he drills it. And then we go into overtime. And they score first, they get on the board, they kick their PAT through, we get on the board, and once again, we're facing a PAT that you either make and move on or miss and lose. And, man, just ice in the veins, man. He drilled both of them right through the middle. So I just want to shout out Alejos there because those kicks throughout that entire game, the most nervous I was in the entire game was during both of those kicks. So, like I said, shout out to him. There's 2 times this year late in the fourth quarter the Bearcats have had to dig deep and needed a touchdown with under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And so far the offense has proven both times that they could go get it. They could go do it. So that's an impressive feat for the offense. That's all we have for our Whitesboro recap. Once again, Pilot Point gets the win, 34-28 in double overtime over Whitesboro to keep a clean district record of 4-0. So now that we've recapped the Whitesboro victory, let's step away for a custom roofing and construction commercial, and we'll be back on the other side with our interview with Coach Tom Swartz of Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
And we're back with this week's guest on the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. This week's guest is Coach Tom Swartz, who has been a Pilot Point Bearcat coach at a couple different stints in Pilot Point, and is now a big part of FCA with what Pilot Point's doing in many schools around the area. But Coach Swartz, before we get into the FCA, let's talk about your Bearcat history a little bit. You've coached here multiple times. Tell us your history with the Bearcats.
Well, I had an opportunity to come to Pilot Point when Coach Baca was here, and I was hired as an assistant coach and also an assistant principal at the elementary school. So I went from pre-K to 12th grade each and every day there several years ago. I guess it was back in 2001 when I was with Coach Baca, and then we went through a really difficult year and lost to Catswere and lost out on a playoff bid for the first time in many, many years. And that was definitely something that I will never forget. But it was something that we learned a lot from. And then Coach Moore came in, and we got back on a roll. Went to the playoffs several times, and then Coach Moore retired for the first time. And that's when we all, half of us went to Collinsville with Coach David, and the other half went with me to Little Elm. And when Coach David got the job back several years ago, he and I had a conversation, and I left my principalship in Little Elm and came back to Pilot Point for a second coaching stint where I wanted to finish my career and eventually retire. I did retire a little bit earlier than what I had anticipated. But then I stayed on a couple years after I retired, and then really felt the calling to go into ministry. And I thought, what better ministry to go into than Fellowship of Christian Athletes, because I had been involved with FCA my entire career at each one of the different schools that I worked at.
Yeah, so that's speaking of, your time in Pilot Point and my time in Pilot Point briefly overlapped. I think in 2004, year before Coach Felt got here, I was in the 7th grade. At that time, you were kind of heading up the middle school athletics along with your high school duties. So it's funny, a lot of the guys on the Pilot Point staff now, I never had like a real, they weren't my high school coaches, but, Coach David was here when I was in the 7th grade. Coach Kyle and Keith Peacock, because of their brother being around my age, Cody, a lot of private coaching outside of the Bearcat program. But I remember when I was in the 7th grade, I had never heard of FCA, and you were a big part in bringing FCA to Pilot Point. I remember we would have morning meetings in the band hall, and that was my first introduction to FCA. And we got the FCA, kind of the Bibles, but they weren't just Bibles. They had all the activities and lessons in it and stuff. Thought it was really neat at the time, and still think it's really neat. So tell us about FCA. So you've been involved with it a long time, and I know you're even more involved with it now than you've ever been. Tell us some about FCA and what you're doing.
Well, Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been around since 1954, and I've been involved in it since, probably the 1990s. Worked in Sanger, Decatur, and then came to Pilot Point. It was just kind of a natural progression to start Fellowship of Christian Athletes there in Pilot Point as well. And, it's just an opportunity for coaches to not just influence athletes from a sports perspective, but also from a spiritual perspective. And I think it was very important to me as a coach and as a teacher that I looked at everything that I was doing and making sure that I was doing a good job in not just being successful on the field, but also doing a good job of raising young men that would be good fathers, good dads, good Christian members of the community, and folks that would give back to the community. And so, I never went to any Fellowship of Christian Athletes camps as a coach until my last year that was really, I was technically on staff, and Coach Lynn and I went to a marriage retreat together, and now we're both in ministry, and it's amazing how our friendship has really developed, and really having each other as accountability partners as we have both gone into ministry since leaving education. But I don't look at it as leaving education because I'm still very much a part of the staff there at Pilot Point. Coach David, when I retired, he said, "Hey, you're always a part of this staff." And I continued to, after my retirement, I continued to coach for 2 years before going into ministry. So I feel kind of natural being on the sidelines too, and I miss it. I have to be down there on Friday night, get my Friday night coaches fix, so to speak, and be in the locker room and have an opportunity to pray with the kids, pray with the coaches. We do a coaches Bible study on Thursday mornings with all the guys coaches, and we do a Bible study with the girls coaches this year over a lunch period on Wednesdays. So it's I really feel like I'm still a part of Pilot Point ISD and a part of the staff, and I'm really treated that way as I walk into the halls, and the kids still look at me as a coach and a teacher, and that to me that's huge.
Yeah, so that kind of leads me to my next question. So, you felt the urge, you felt the calling to maybe at the time make the decision to step away from football to pursue this passion of ministry in FCA. So how cool is it that you've been given the opportunity to pursue the ministry at a higher level, but still be able to be on the sideline on Friday nights to kind of continue living both your passions on a pretty regular basis?
I'm a very blessed individual because once you're a coach, you're always a coach. It never leaves your blood. Even when I was principal over in Little Elm, I would still go to the games on Friday night just because I really missed being down on the sidelines. And being able to be a part of a staff is something that I really can't even explain the importance it has had in my life. And it's just one of those things that once it's in your blood, it just doesn't ever get out. And I go to the team dinners, team breakfast on Thursday morning, team dinner Friday afternoon, and then I don't ride the bus, but I drive my car, and then every once in a while I'll run an errand if something is forgotten, or running that first game this last year in Plainview, we had a blowout on the trailer, and so it was kind of nice having a truck where I could go and meet Coach Freeze and take care of picking up a tire and picking up a new one, and getting back on the road. So it does have some advantages. We've had a couple bus issues that I've been able to help them get fixed by running an errand. So it's a two-way street. I think that they fulfill something within me, and I think that I add something to them too. And just the relationship that I have with all those kids, meeting with them on a regular basis for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and being able to share the gospel and really encouraging them, and to make sure that they are keeping their priorities in line.
Yeah, Coach. So, question I have is, with the pandemic and the crazy times of just division that we're living with in our country, are you finding it more difficult to lead the young folks to Christ, or are you guys witnessing an influx of young people, reaching out to FCA? I mean, how are your numbers, and how's that going with the pandemic?
It's a great question, and I really think that kids are looking for something right now because of the pandemic. Coaches are looking uh, for other things as well, and I think that the gospel message has been well received, and kids and coaches and teachers that I'm interacting with, I can see the numbers increasing as the number of schools that I'm going into has increased. They're looking for the true hope. And through the pandemic, when you lose things that you're accustomed to having, the one thing that has always been there is Jesus Christ. And to build your life upon the rock for when we do other things, it's nothing but sinking sand. And, the pandemic has been just something that has really impacted society, coming right out of the pandemic or last summer when we saw so much division within our communities. The gospel message and the word of God has been a way to bring people back together again, just like sport has done in the past. Through sports teams, you're able to work together regardless of your background, regardless of your social status, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. All those things are put aside for the betterment of the team, and I think that the FCA ministry is growing because of that, and it's given us an opportunity to really bring people together. So, really excited about what's going on within our area, and couldn't be more proud of our student leaders, both in Pilot Point and with all the schools that I'm working with, but most especially the kids from Pilot Point. They've done a tremendous job really leading this year and leading the huddles, both at the high school and the middle school level. And last week, having Fields of Faith was a prime example of what we're seeing, where we had 500 students in one area. We were going to do it at Massey Stadium, but Midway opened it up, and because of the rain, and it was just quite a blessing to see all the churches come together within the Pilot Point community for one event. And really, he is known when we put down our denomination banner and come and just worship him and just hear a message all together. So really excited about what's going on.
Absolutely. It's real encouraging, Coach. Appreciate that. And my wife's been an educator for 20 plus years now in Richardson and Allen, and I know it takes a heart of gold to do what you've done for these many years, and I know you guys certainly don't do it for the income. It's more for the outcome. So appreciate everything you're doing, and it's really encouraging to see those numbers and that field of faith. I saw all the pictures on Facebook and a bunch of pictures on Twitter, and looked like y'all had a great time. So that's great. That's all I got, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, I know my experience with FCA was very positive. I really enjoyed being with a group of people my age and have those discussions. So it was a really good experience. Thank you for doing that in the Pilot Point community and the surrounding communities. I know that work is appreciated by all involved. And thank you for joining us tonight on the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We really appreciate your time.
Well, I really appreciate you guys giving us an opportunity to get out there. And, at some point I would love to be one of the sponsors of the Bearcat Club or the Bearcat radio broadcast. And hopefully through, as I continue to grow in the ministry and have more support partners, hopefully I'll be able to do that one day, because it's really important for me to give back to the communities in which I'm serving, and this is just one of them. Really excited about it. and very thankful for you guys giving me the opportunity to be on the pregame show.
Well, we'd love that as well, and like I said, thanks for your time. And I guess we'll probably see you on the sidelines Friday night for homecoming.
Hey, I will be there. Now, I'm starting the first half in Tioga because they've got a home game as well, but I'm going to finish out my night there in Pilot Point. There on the sidelines. Really looking forward to watching the Bearcats victorious again this coming Friday night against the Ponder Lions. Hopefully have a little blood on our helmet song afterwards. You remember that, right?
I absolutely remember that. Yes, sir. Well, thanks again for joining us, Coach. We're going to get a quick commercial and be back with the Ponder preview.
Gentlemen, the spirit of Pilot One, the mighty Bearcat Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Daniel Walker, Assistant Directors Mr. Leah Cobb, Mr. Joseph Bond, and Student Teacher Mr. Tyler Wise. A big hat tip to your mighty Bearcat Band as they performed at the UIL Region Marching Contest last Saturday. It came home with First Division rating. That means tomorrow, your mighty Bearcat Band will be competing in the UIL Area B Marching Contest at 11:15, fighting for a chance in the finals and advancement to UIL State. So come out and support the mighty Bearcat Band tomorrow.
And we're back here getting ready for the second half. festivities ran a little long. The band is just now getting off the field, wrapping up announcements. So the Bearcat coaching staff's just now getting back into the press box. So we're a few minutes from getting started, which gives us an opportunity to go over some of this Riney Construction stat sheet check. Pilot Point in the first half, 301 yards passing, 91 yards on the ground for 392 yards of total offense. We had 0 turnovers in that first half. We had an almost turnover. Dropped interception on Ponder's part. Ponder, 94 yards passing, 106 yards rushing for an even 200 yards of offense. They had two turnovers, which was part of the story that first half. They also had the high snap on 1st and goal from the 4 that ended led to the end of that drive. So that was kind of the difference in the score, for the most part. Stat-wise, individually for the Bearcats, Wyatt Smith, 8 completions on 10 attempts, 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dakota David doesn't get much better than this for the homecoming king. 2 of 2, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rushing, Ish Harris, 3 carries, 86 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wyatt Smith, 3 carries, 3 yards. Gage, first time I've called him that in a few weeks. Gage Anderson, 2 carries, 2 yards. Receiving, Aydon Cox just keeps it going.
Man, he
5
does.
catches, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ish Harris, 3 for 51 yards and a touchdown. Crew Chandler, 1 for 20. And Gage Anderson, 1 for 41 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this team is humming.
Yeah,
182 is what they're saying he has now instead of 192. So that's closer to what you got.
I said we have 182.
That's good.
Yeah, old Nortman over here is doing his best to try to keep up with Greg Pelzel. He says Greg Pelzel has a little bit of a better view than he does. He's stuck behind us.
A 36-yard average or whatever. You didn't think Aydon could extend his average per reception, but good Lord, 36.4 yards per catch. Salty.
Yep, and so I imagine we're going to see a lot of guys that we don't normally see in positions we don't normally see him in. So I'm imagining we're going to get Dakota David at quarterback. We might get some Cade Carter at quarterback at some point, maybe.
Yeah, I'm good with all that.
Gage is going to get lots of carries, playing jump around here, getting ready for the second half kick.
Jump up and get down.
If you listen to the pregame show, you heard John give his rendition.
Hey, pack it up, pack it in.
And the opening kickoff.
Let the second half begin.
It looked like Cade Carter attempted a fair catch, but didn't, and then caught it and went ahead and just crumple down to the ground, make sure he didn't take a hit. Smart play there.
Yeah. Most coaches want you to fair catch that.
Yeah. So the Bearcats going to get this opening drive at their own, it looks to be 41s where they're going to spot it. We're still going to have a little bit of Ish Harris and some Wyatt Smith here on this opening drive. Aydon Cox is still out there. I think if we go down the field and score a touchdown here, this may be all we see of them.
Yeah, shout out to people on the chat. Caleb Marsh is watching from Philly.
Oh, John, slant route. Oh. There he goes. First play slant route. 64 yards. Cox is away again. Golly.
Doesn't waste any time, does he?
Couldn't even get a shout out here. First play. Goodness gracious. Man, look at this, the stride on him, too. Goodness gracious. I think we might have a race for...
he was disappointed in his 36.4 yards per catch.
64 yards for the Pelzel Printing touchdown. That's going to put him north of 200 for the second time this season. The Nick's Italian PAT is up and it's good. And 12 seconds into the third quarter, Pilot Point puts a touchdown on the board. So let's go ahead and try that again.
Wow.
Caleb Marsh from Philly, Marvin Raines from Granbury. Got a new first-timer, Cord McBride, Pilot Point alum, saw him in there. John Rogers is about 2 blocks away. I mean, I'm glad you're listening.
He can hear it on both ends.
I know Mitchell Wester's listening in Denton. Deja Vu did look a lot like the first half.
Man.
I'm surprised. I mean, they came out, and I guess they wanted their night to end pretty quickly, so they were probably told they were going to get one drive, and I bet everybody but Aydon Cox is disappointed that one drive was one play and none of them got to touch the ball.
Absolutely.
Well,
I couldn't ask for more.
36-yard average goes to 41. 6 catches, 246.
It's unreal.
3 touchdowns. You know, I was talking before the game, got some alumni down here in the end zone. So we've got, Joe Vine, played defensive tackle in the early 2000s. Got Brent Gray down there, son of Coach Gray, and offensive line in the early 2000s.
My wife used to babysit that kid.
Yeah, he was
not
my
a kid anymore.
Growing up when I was in middle school, he was my hope for homecoming king because Brent Gray, the big offensive lineman, won homecoming king his senior year. I remember seeing him win it and saying, "Hey, I got a chance,"
There's hope.
Elias Alejos kickoff deep down the center. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, set up for the return. Up the middle, trying to find some room. He's going to get out to the 30, 35. Alejos can't bring him down. Gage Anderson, last one who could have made the tackle, made the tackle on the Bearcat side of the field. So Ponder's going to get their first drive in Bearcat territory. Like I said, man, this is the one thing I see consistently out of this team is our kickoff coverage team struggles, man. And right down the center.
Yeah,
it's always right down the center.
Yeah. We were complaining last week because Whitesboro seemed to have real good starting field position.
More shout-outs down in that end zone. The center I played next to stepped on his feet quite a bit, Brad Patterson. A little piglet on our offensive line back in the day. First play for Ponder is a pitch right that's going to actually lose 2 yards. Eddie Gatton there. Wyatt Smith there.
Yeah, Curley turned him in.
Curley Brockman there.
It almost looked like a run blitz the way Curley read that thing.
And they're going to do another run left side. That's Cassidy. He's going to get the edge, and he's going to cut it back. Ish Harris turns him back in. Hoped he had help there to help make the tackle. He didn't initially, and Ponder's going to get exactly enough for a first down. So Ponder's getting a little bit of momentum back after that first play touchdown.
Yeah, and they seem to do better when they run. They use the run to set up the pass instead of vice versa.
Absolutely. This run right at, it's not a full zone. It's right at the tackle. It's really hard for the Bearcats to stop tonight. Come up, put a big hit on him. Number 18 for the Bearcats. Didn't ultimately bring him down. But Stephen Rodas coming down hard. Hit the running back pretty hard. Didn't wrap him up, though.
Didn't wrap him up. You're right.
Allowed him to continue on for a few more yards, setting up a 2nd and 7. Snap, pitch out to the left side. Curley Brockman there. And once again goes low. They try to jump over him, and they just get spun around. Caden York, Gavin Wheeler coming in for this third and what should have been 3rd and short after the big loss is now 3rd and a little more than medium.
Curley likes to upend people when he tackles them.
Shout out to Brenda Howard on the chat, listening from Denton. Snap. It's going to be a play action pass. Aydon Cox gets his hands on it.
Tipped it.
And man,
I want to see big Gavin Wheeler get a hold of that. That would have been a lot of fun.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the field if he got the opportunity.
I would like to see Ponder try to tackle him.
Out in that field. Your license plate number, if anybody even knows that anymore.
Trips right. Fumbled snap.
Oh.
Alex Puga, is that him?
Yep.
That's him, Alex Puga and Gavin Wheeler. Alex Puga was the first one there. And he gets the sack, and there it is, chance number 3. New season high for the individual sacks in a game. Alex Puga with his 3rd sack tonight. Gavin Wheeler's going to get a half sack with that, and that's going to cause a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was just a common theme for Ponder. There seems to be one play that always kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, we have Dakota David checking in at quarterback, but, he's been playing with the first team tonight, two completions for 2 touchdowns. Ish Harris next to him, and they're going to give it to him and see what he does. Finds some space, drags people, spins. It must have been a little cold. How disappointing of a 9-yard carry when your last 4 touches go for big play touchdowns.
Yeah, it kind of hurt his average right there.
9 yards kills the average there for Ish tonight. And we're going to get a official timeout of some sort. Not exactly sure what's it for. It's going to give us a perfect opportunity here. Talk about killing the average. 4 carries, 95 yards, 3 touchdowns for Ish Harris tonight. 23.8 yard average on the ground. It's the mean little 23.8 yards per carry.
Yeah, what the heck's wrong with him, Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know.
No heart on this kid.
Yeah. 2 receivers left. Running back next to Dakota David is going to be Gage Anderson. Snap is going to be no. Well, that should be
bobbled.
So Dakota David's trying to
pass, right?
No. Dakota David's selling that, but he handed it off.
Okay.
So if you want that to be incomplete, you have to actually let the let it go airborne.
Right.
And while it was in front of him, it was clearly a handoff, fumbled handoff on the jet sweep action to Crew Chandler. And it's going to set up 3rd and 3 here for the Bearcats right around midfield. Line to gain is the Ponder 49. Snap. Dakota David's going to keep it. Goes right up the middle. Going to cut it out to the right sideline to the numbers, and he's going to get enough for the first down. Irish Real Estate first down. Going to go ahead and talk about some of the homecoming stuff. Band Bo, Keenan Ware, Band Sweetheart, Alex Miller. All these festivities were before the game. But Keenan Ware and Alex Miller were your Band Bo and Band Sweetheart tonight for homecoming. So congratulations to them.
Lindsay True was the homecoming queen.
No.
Was it?
No. Well, maybe. I'll have it written down here. I was going to get to that in a minute. Dakota David handoff to Gage Anderson for no gain. So you might be Lindsay True, yep. So homecoming king, referenced it a few times, Dakota David, and homecoming queen, Lindsay True. So congratulations to them and all the underclassmen in their homecoming court nominees. Lots of alumni here, celebrating some reunions tonight. Second 11 snap high. Dakota David catches it, sails one high to Aydon Cox, who can't bring it down. I think that might have been a business decision not to catch that one.
Yeah, he was getting tackled kind of as he was trying to catch it over his head. So.
-1 might kill the 46-yard average.
Exactly.
But, classes of 2011, 01, 91, 81, all the ones are here. I know Chris Nortman's dad, class of 91, they're celebrating tonight. It's Dennis Nortman.
My brother-in-law.
Snap, Dakota David play action, and then delivers a strike in the slot to Cade Carter. He's going to catch it up at the 35 of the Ponder Lions. Going to set up a 4th and 7 here. Kind of no man's land with a big lead like this.
I'll tell you what, Puga, he deserves a touchdown tonight, Ryan, if anybody does. See him get involved in this offense. The way he's been playing defense.
Looks like they're going for it here. So David snap, roll out left, picks up a block. Looking downfield, he's going to tuck it and try to get the yards that he needs out to the 26-yard line, which is enough for an Irish Real Estate first down. Good run there by Dakota David.
Yeah, smart decision. Kept his eyes downfield. He was looking for somebody to get open. He just played it safe and kept it for the first down.
And there he is, John. I think you called it in the pregame show. Oh, it's coming off. Dang it. I thought we were going to have a Curly Brockman appearance in the backfield. He's itching for it. Give him the ball.
On.
But right now, under center, Dakota David pitches it out to Gage Anderson. Cuts it up. 20. Jukes into the inside down to the 15. That's enough for an Irish Real Estate first down. Looks like it's going to be 11.5, 12 yards there down to the 15-yard line.
Another tough run by Gage. Good job. Yeah, I want to see Curly Brockman and the Wildcat just back there by himself.
Curly Brockman is the Wildcat.
Exactly. Let him make it happen.
So David takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Gage Anderson tries to spin out of the first one. Met in the hole, kind of what we're talking about. Not a whole lot of times he gets the ball. Does he have a whole lot of space to work with? That was a perfect example. Almost spun out of it.
Yeah, that's one of those where, you talk about Ish being patient. I think Ish probably would have got out of that, but the way Gage runs a million miles an hour, he couldn't spin out of it.
Shifting the alignment in the backfield. 2nd and 10 from the 15. David fumbles the snap, but he's going to get it, and then he's going to throw it down. No, that's clearly an incomplete pass. Gage Anderson was right there in front of him.
It might be grounding, but it was incomplete.
No. Gage Anderson was about 2 yards in front of him. That's why the back judge, coming up and pointing at Gage there. Incomplete pass. It's my eyes immediately looked for somebody in the area, and I was surprised to see number 7 there. So, Dakota has played some quarterback this year for us, and I've seen a lot of bobbled snaps. It's really interesting. I know.
Well, we had, 2 games ago? Was it Paradise when we just kept having the high snap, and it seemed like Wyatt was catching everything over his head.
Yeah, I know Dakota had the arm injury earlier in the year. I wonder if that's still hampering him at some point. Straight drop to pass, throws to the end zone. Puga looked like he stopped running in the route, which caused the ball to sail over his head. Incomplete in the end zone, and it's going to set up an Alejos field goal attempt here. Probably right around 32 yards here for Alejos, right kind of in the center of the field, closer to the right hash, but inside the hash mark. So the left-footed kicker, he needs to kick it straight, maybe push it just a little bit left, and this should go right in. Had a few kicking issues last week. Tonight's been pretty solid on all the PATs, which there have been a lot. Snap is high. Wyatt gets it down.
Ooh, that one's
but
short.
Yeah, the snap being high, Wyatt caught it and put it down, but I didn't see if it was,
Might have got deflected.
upright.
They had a good kick rush on that.
Terry Slay below us is calling for it being blocked. So 5:49 left in the third quarter. Bearcats 55, Lions 7. Let's get a commercial. We'll come back after this.
Ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC. I'm Chance Kirby, the broker at Irick Real Estate. Don't let just anyone handle the single largest investment that your family may ever make. Trust that process to a local office that knows the area and will handle your transaction ethically and responsibly. You can find Irick Real Estate at pilotpoint.com or feel free to call me directly at 940-300-6900. Irick Real Estate, serving the area since 1952.
First play of the Lion drive is a quarterback keeper, and they're going to get that up the middle, spin around, and get the first down. Ponder Lion first down. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Clifton Cooper with the keeper. He's going to keep this one again and not have as much luck before he's hit by a host of Bearcats. After about 3 yards there, setting up a 2nd and 7 at their own 39-yard line.
It looked like Kate Carter and Alex Puga were involved in the tackle there.
Leighton rushing with the first tackle of the night. Swing pass out to the right. Case Peacock with the catch. He's going to get the sideline.
Oh, wait, Curly.
And the closing speed of the Wildcat, Curly Brockman. Gets him out of bounds, but Ponder's going to get the first down there. Case Peacock with the catch and run. Good job utilizing his blocking there.
Yeah, it was. Good job getting outside, down the sideline.
Trips left, and the quarterback's going to keep it up the middle again, jump out. Oh, little spinaroo there, got away from Curly.
22 Skidoo.
Yeah, Gage Anderson with the tackle after about 7.
On the keeper, 12, Cooper.
This is generally when Ponder comes up with a mistake.
Yep, they're looking to throw it deep, but they have a man caught in the slot, and he is going to take it to the house for a Lion touchdown in the slot. Might have been a double move there. Looked like
Case
number 10,
Peacock.
Case Peacock. Oh, no. Oh, penalty yard going to be on the Bearcats. It's going to be declined, which is going to result in the Lion touchdown standing up.
Check that against the Bearcats. Touchdown Lions.
Ponder with their second touchdown of the night. Hey, I saw at halftime in the Peaster Paradise game, Peaster was up a touchdown. Let's get a Pilot Point out-of-town feed scoreboard check.
Yeah, Ryan, my app is not refreshing, but Peaster was still up by a touchdown early in the third quarter over Paradise. And Whitesboro's bounced back. They're up 48-7 on Bowie in the third quarter.
Next Italian PAT attempt for the Ponder Lions is up, and they have a good kicker. So here we go, 4:22 left in the third quarter. Pilot Point 55, Ponder 14. We'll get a commercial.
Enjoy that old-time country feel at the Martin General Store, located in downtown Pilot Point on the historic Pilot Point Square. The best way to describe the general store is it has a little bit of everything, from Circle-Y candles to specialty jams, dressings, sauces, home decor, kitchen decor, goat's milk soap, jewelry, a large assortment of old-time candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything.
And we're back. So 55-14 game here. Bearcats had their first drive that didn't result in a touchdown in quite a while in their last drive, and actually no points because the Elias Alejos field goal attempt was no good. Not entirely sure if it was due to the snap being high and the hold not getting down, or if it was blocked. It traveled almost the full distance.
I think it was blocked.
Hey, guys, y'all got me?
Yeah.
Ponder would never slow down to let me interrupt. It was blocked by number 25.
Okay, hey, getting some value down there from old Scoops and blocked. So
you're welcome.
Thank you, Scoops.
Sir.
Zane Cassidy, number 25 for Ponder, the junior defensive back.
Yeah, so y'all, you know, Terry called it, you called it. I didn't see it, but Chance down there confirming it. So
Alejos has got a good range. It's rare to see him miss that short.
Yeah, a little squib kick falling on by the Bearcats at the 39-yard line. Looks like that's Dakota David.
Dakota David.
The king. Tonight's king, homecoming
He's
king, got on it.
Having himself a day or a night. Ryan, just to put it in context, you know, Brock played these Ponder lines last week and it was 70-20. So if anybody's disappointed that Ponder's put up 14 points, I mean, they did put up 20 against Brock last week. They have a capable offense, you know.
They're not incompetent at all. Not at all. You know, they've had good drives where they've shot themselves in the foot. You know, they got a big play touchdown on the last drive, and they stopped the drive short, so they less opportunities for them to shoot themselves in the foot. No gain on the first down carry by Gage Anderson.
Ethan Ford. Number 8.
So it looks like Wyatt Smith's night at quarterback is done. 9 of 11, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. So that's quite a night for homecoming. 82% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 267.2 rating.
And I heard in the Whitesboro postgame show that Coach Marsh was a little disappointed in his completion percentage. You can't be disappointed this week. 9 for 11. That's solid.
That's right. That's right. Dakota David sells the swing pass over Harris's head, incomplete. 3rd and 10 here. Bearcat offense is starting to bog down a little bit here after their one-play touchdown to open the half. Aston Kirby's in the stadium tonight. Looking got his pretty cool wheels over there on the 20-yard line off
rocking
the field.
The knee scooter. I've had one of those before. That's not a lot of fun.
Dakota David avoids the first tackler. There's a flag thrown. I think it might be a face mask. Dakota David decided he just wanted to go find some contact. Does after a 2-yard gain. Advanced care penalty. Tripping on the Bearcats. Going to be either 4th and 8 or 3rd and 25. We'll see what they want to do.
I thought somebody was guilty of doing the river dance. That was a nice move by that referee.
Did he cross his arm like that? He'd cross his arm
so.
too.
I mean,
yeah.
In my mind, he did. It was impressive.
Good form.
He's getting ready. Hey, maybe he's going to homecoming dance later on.
3rd down and 25 for the Bearcats.
Getting some requests in the Sunset Pool North Texas chat line. One person's calling for more Chris Nortman on the air. That request has been denied. Shane Blagg calling for more Scoops Callahan. We may get some of that. Swing pass to Gage Anderson, gets the catch, but on 3rd and a mile, he's going to squeeze out about 4 yards. So it's going to be 4th and slightly less than a mile, and the Bearcat punt team is going to come out. This will be an opportunity that Aydon can really try to get that punt average back up.
Ethan Ford. It's going to be 4th down for the Bearcats.
I will jump in here real quick.
Yes,
Shane Blagg, for those of you that don't know, is the owner of Sunset Pools of North Texas. So, of course, he's on the chat trying to get people to talk.
Good to see him on there. That's the first appearance I've seen him make on here. So, seeing a handful of first-timers in the chat tonight, the Sunset Pools of North Texas chat. And it's going to be 4th and slightly less than a mile.
Yeah, Ponder came across and made contact right there.
An advanced care penalty. Ponder, I think, is trying to come after this punt.
Are we going to get any more river dance? No. It wasn't a trip.
No.
I'm disappointed. Thought he was going to follow up his dance moves.
Rafi Bueling in the chat tonight. He looks like a newcomer to the Sunset Pools of North Texas chat.
Yeah, and once again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because we used an alternate link again tonight.
Yeah.
You'll get alerted to that.
This punt's going to be a good one from Aydon Cox down the Bearcat sideline. Bounce at the 40, takes the Bearcat bounce down to the 25, 24, and rolls dead before it's down there by the Bearcats. Covering it right there is number 32, Trevor Martin. And he picks that up down at the Ponder line, 24-yard line. So we'll get one commercial and come back on the other side. 2:11 left in the 3rd quarter. Bearcats 55, Lions 14.
Maverick Fasteners is your go-to stocking distributor, carrying a full line of fasteners including bolts, nuts, sockets, screws, washers, pins, keys, hex caps, threaded rod, and other fastener-related products. Maverick Fasteners is centrally located in the U.S., which allows them to ship quickly and consistently worldwide, offering same-day shipping on all orders received by 12 p.m. Central Time. Learn more about Maverick Fasteners at mavfast.com.
First play here out of the break is a Ponder Lion run. Bearcat defense pretty unrelenting on that. Maybe going to give them about a yard and a half on it. Cade Carter getting some defensive end action, gets the tackle there. Snap, it's going to be a quarterback keep up the middle. Clifton Cooper trying to find some space. He finds a little bit, but another 2.5 yards on it.
On that tackle, 13, David, along with number 6, Jace Williamson.
So I know the Pilot Point, the program they give here always has program records for most rushing yards in a game and stuff like that. 3rd and 5, screen pass out to the left hand, nowhere to really go. Flag comes out on the tackle. Long way from me. I don't know exactly what the flag's going to be, what to see. But I know they don't have receiving yards in a game. Wonder what the most receiving yards in a game in Pilot Point history is. I know that the most rushing yards in a game is north of 380 because I was a part of it.
Is that Jarman?
383, yep. Jarman on the round one of the playoffs in 2009 went for 383. But receiving yards, this is the second time this year Aydon Cox has exceeded 200 yards. That penalty looked to be
up there.
Penalty looked to be on the Bearcats there on the tackle, maybe a face mask of some sort. It's going to give the Lions a first down at their own 44-yard line.
I believe that was a horse collar.
A horse collar?
Yes, sir.
Snap, throwing down the seam. Colin Lynch in coverage. Case Peacock can't come down with it.
Ponder fans want a pass interference, but I think that was just great coverage.
I think that was excellent coverage as well by Colin Lynch there.
We'd like to give a special shout out to Ashley Brandon, the mascot for the Ponder Lions. She does a great job. Ashley Brandon, representing the Ponder Lions. Let's go, Brandon.
2nd and 10 here for the Ponder Lions at their own 44-yard line. Drop straight back to pass. He's going to get it out. Deep curl route. That is a really well-run route and a thrown ball there. That deep curl.
They've hit it a couple times tonight, Ryan. Been successful with it.
Trips right, one receiver left. Snap. It's going to be another quarterback keeper. So the adjustment at halftime for Ponder has been stopping, giving that, and having Clifton Cooper just keep it right up the middle.
Yeah, and he fumbled that ball at the end, but I think
Ish Harris was pulling on it the whole time.
Yeah, I think his forward progress was already stopped.
It's going to be 2nd and 3 here. Under 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3 snap. And they're going to get this one between the tackles to number 22, Tampin. Curly Brockman comes shooting through, tackle for no gain. Tad Tamplin on the carry. Not really been a big factor tonight. Cassidy, the running back, has been the more effective running back. Clifton Cooper, the quarterback, has been running the ball more. And we're going to get an uppercut granted timeout here. I see a timeout call. I don't see on who. Oh, it's the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
End of the 3rd quarter. Your Pilot Point Bearcats 55, Ponder Lions 14. We'll be back for the 4th quarter after this.
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Nick's has been family owned and operated since 2003. You can find the restaurant at 1340 South Highway 377 in Pilot Point, Texas. Support a veteran owned business in Nick's Italian. Call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Go Bearcats.
And coming back from the quarter in, we're going to go right to a Pilot Point out-of-town score or feed out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah, Ryan. So the game we all been watching there is Peaster versus Paradise. Peaster's staying on top by 7. They're winning 35-28. 10 minutes and 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Another game I've paid close attention to, Ryan, is the Allen Eagles, number 10 in state, whooping up on the McKinney Lions right now, 35-14. I coached several kids in that game. Number 12 linebacker Aydon Graham for Allen Eagles. He's a beast. He's on my baseball team and football team when he was in the Little League. And then number 10, the wide receiver for McKinney, Dylan Rhodes. That guy's a heck of a wide receiver, and he's a nice left-handed batter. He's on my baseball team as well.
Well, coming out 3rd and short here for the Lions, and they're going to get a false start there in a Wildcat style formation here with Cassidy as the quarterback, and pretty upset there. I know from personal experience as the offensive lineman, when you tried a Wildcat with the late great Jarman Johnson, and his cadence was just so much different than Seth Tilley's that it would get us sometimes.
Yeah.
They're going to go right back to it, run to the right side. Cassidy's going to tiptoe, find some space, lay his helmet down, and he's going to get just short of the line of the game for the first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1. Speaking of the late, they're going to go
quick
with
here.
some tempo here.
Maybe not.
Ponder's pretty upset that the referees are slowing him down, but the line judge over there may be saying it's a bad spot.
Yeah, going back to that cadence thing, I saw a lot of that in Hard Knocks. You see all the cadence practice they were doing with Dak.
I'll be honest with you, I was really excited to see the Cowboys on Hard Knocks, and after I barely made it through 2 episodes. And it was just so boring. I'm like, how do you make Hard Knocks boring when you got Jerry Jones and the Cowboys?
The mojo moment, right?
Dude, I couldn't get through it.
Couldn't get into the mojo moment?
Yeah, no. Speaking of the late, great Jarman Johnson today's his birthday. So, Yep, today is his birthday, so I'm sure he's, with us in spirit watching.
Absolutely.
Looked like Case Peacock was over here on the Bearcat sideline trying to hide from Crew Chandler, who got over here, and
that's always a cool trick play, but you want to run it to your sideline.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to sneak a guy in on the opposite sideline.
Fourth and short, handoff up the middle. Dak Morgan busts through the line of scrimmage, tackle for loss, turnover on downs.
Yes, sir.
On that tackle, number 5, Wyatt Smith.
Wyatt Smith was involved in that too. Great job by the defense.
Turnover on downs. Dakota David still at quarterback here for Pilot Point. Gage Anderson next to him. Ish Harris come off the field, and
like
Coach Marsh went on the field as well and got him off. Colin Lynch going to take his spot. Aydon Cox still down here. I may just run him around as a decoy, get him some conditioning work, huh? Not that the 250 yards aren't enough. Handoff, Gage Anderson trying to find somewhere to go. There just isn't any room to be had.
We need to get the calls for Curley in the backfield.
Yeah. So this fourth quarter tonight is brought to you by the Peacock family, sponsors of the fourth quarter last season and this season, thanks to the Peacock family. They've contributed a lot to this program. 3 sons who played for him, 2 sons that are coaching currently. So, not to mention all the
fingerprints all over it.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 here. Snap, play action, slant route. Crew Chandler just having a hard time reeling him in lately.
Yep. As Coach Marsh said in the Whitesboro postgame show, hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands.
No, I will give this one was tougher.
He had to die for that.
Yeah, this one was tougher. It wasn't quite in the hands. But, hey, that's what Coach Marsh said. That wasn't the place to put it, so let's try something else. That one was a little bit tougher for him there. But 3rd and 10 here for the Bearcats, under 11 minutes to go.
Still got a pretty good target down here on the near side, number 1 for us.
And it's going to be a pitch that side. We're going to get the corner. Gage Anderson's going to cut it up. And he's going to get the first down plus some across the 50, down across the Lion 45, down to the Lion 43-yard line. That's an Irish Real Estate first down, and a Bearcat Nutrition did big play there for Gage Anderson.
Hey, guys, I did find out what's wrong with the light. It is a bad breaker. That's why it was coming on in full steam and then flipping back off.
That's a tough break, Scoops. Thank you for that.
It is a tough break. Shout out to Lance Goodrum.
That's breaking news.
2 receivers right. Snap. Play action. Dakota David's going to keep it. Come out the backside. He's going to have some space. 40, 35. Gets out across the 30 before he's ridden down after an Irish Real Estate first down.
Dakota David.
Be about 15 or 16 yards on the carry for Dakota David.
Tackle 28, Jacob Rios.
He's had quite the evening.
It's been pretty efficient tonight, Dakota David.
1st and 10 for your Pilot Point Bearcats.
His 92 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. I don't really have him on the rushing chart, I guess. He hadn't really been getting any carries, so don't know what his rushing total looks like, but I know that last one was good. Gage Anderson, Kelly, a little premature whistle, but ultimately he would have been tackled anyways.
Yeah, he got out of that first tackle, but I don't think the refs could believe that he was going to get out of it.
Okay.
It's going to be 2nd and 11. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left, and the clock continues to tick, 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 tick.
And that's what it's all about right now in a blowout like this. Just tick, tick, tick. Let's get out of here without any injuries. 2nd and 11. Fake handoff. Drops back to pass. Throws a deep ball.
Come on, Crew.
Crew overruns it. Can't come back to it. Slightly underthrown there.
Intended for Chandler. Be 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 coming up here.
Still looking for the Cade Carter, Alex Puga touchdown alert.
Dakota David has 33 yards rushing tonight on 3 carries. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here. Drops straight back to pass. Steps up into a pocket. Delivers it deep down the seam. A little overthrown there. Targeting Cade Carter. It's going to be 4th and 11. He was pressured there.
Anderson, the intended receiver, falls incomplete.
There was Cade's chance. I was hoping for that.
9:06 left in the 4th quarter. Looking over to the sideline, kind of no man's land. Definitely too far for your field goal attempt. Be a 49-yarder here. No use of trying it right now. Like ball's marked at the 30. You're too close to punt it. Line to gain is the 19-yard line for the Bearcats. Trips right. Dakota David drops back to pass towards the trips. Throws a moonshot, has a man. Caught touchdown, Stephen Rodos. He made it nervous, didn't it? Woo, he had all day to camp under it, bobbled it 2 or 3 times, but ultimately come down for the Pelzel Printing touchdown. Yeah, still had some drama in that wide open touchdown reception. 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Dakota David.
Hey, at the end of it, it was good concentration.
Mixed Italian BAT snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. 8:58 left in the 4th quarter. Pilot point 62, Ponder 14. We'll be back after this.
Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. Peacock family wants to wish all students in the Pilot Point ISD a great 2021-22 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality of students here in Pilot Point. It is always a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi. Pilot Point's now eclipsed 500 total yards of offense on the day, the 2nd time this season that they've eclipsed 500 yards and 60 points. Both of those came against Bowie earlier this year. I know John didn't get to be a part of that, so it's nice that you get to see 60 points for the first time this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, my son was having surgery on his meniscus that day. That wasn't a whole lot of fun, but I did watch the game.
So Pilot Point has an excellent chance to eclipse 600 yards of total offense for the first time since week 2 of last year against Castleberry. So we're, like I said, in the 570 range right now, 576. That's, I think, pretty likely to happen. Alejos approaches the Southern Junkies kick. It is up. It is good. And it is going to be caught at the 15. And Rodas is going to have a chance to make the tackle. He can't. Curley can't make the tackle. He's going to get it out to the Bearcat sideline and turn it up. 40, 50. Alejos is going to have to push him out of bounds at the Bearcat 40-yard line. That's one thing I'd like to see discussed in this week's CNS postgame show is the kickoff coverage. I mean, tonight they had a few big returns, but this has kind of been the trend. If I'd say one consistent thing that we've been seeing is the kickoff coverage team has just been behind.
Yeah, and it seems like we always miss that initial tackle. You know, could have had him around the 25 or 30 and miss that one tackle, and then they end up getting 20, 30 extra yards out of it.
We travel to Boyd. Take on the Yellow Jackets.
So tonight we've basically clinched a playoff spot out of our district. Depending on how that Paradise Peaster game turns out, we might clinch the 2 seed. How does that look right now?
Right now, Peace are still up 35-28.
So if score holds, we'll have to wait till next week to clinch the guaranteed worst-case scenario 2 spot. If Paradise comes back. If Paradise wins, that'll give them 2 district losses. That'll give Peaster 2 district losses. So the worst we could do is 2 district losses, and we beat both those teams. So that's what we're waiting on.
Yeah, Brock's up 55-0. That game's only got a minute left against Boyd. So looks like Brock's definitely taking care of business.
Yep, so we have a big one next week on the road at Boyd. Boyd is not the team they traditionally are, but from what I know, I have played them twice in my career where we were far and above the better team, and they gave us a hell of a fight both times.
Yeah,
so.
they're gonna bring it. And they still have Lamance at quarterback. He was solid last year.
Yeah.
Remember him?
I just, I hadn't seen any Boyd film, hadn't heard anything about him. What happened?
Well, they had that coaching change. I know that. And so I'm assuming that they're trying to implement a new scheme. And I don't know who all they graduated. I'll get into the homework this week. But I do know they have Lamance because I saw some highlights of him a couple weeks ago. I was curious about that because, he was a beast last year at quarterback and defensively as well. He was playing both ways. Rendon Lamance.
Yeah, so it seemed like the bottom of the program dropped out last year here at Massey Stadium, where it came in. It was big district implications.
We had one of our best games.
It was going to be a close game,
yeah.
And we just put a
beat on. We played great against them.
Snap, play action. Cooper is going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to gain about 2 yards on it. Shout out to Joe Calhoun in the chat.
Oh, little
Bearcat
Joe.
alum.
On the tackle, Curly Brockman. On the keeper, Cooper. Be 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 here for Ponder. Snap, drop back to pass, throwing a swing pass out to the right side. Drop by Case Peacock. Hit him right in the face mask.
Intended receiver.
3rd and 8 for the Lions at the Bearcat 37-yard line. Line to gain is going to be the 28. The pass double move, trying to throw it deep. Colin Lynch in great coverage. Incomplete pass, poorly thrown ball, but it was poorly thrown because Colin Lynch was in such good coverage. Cooper took a hit as he delivered it as well.
Little ball of hate. Curly Brockman delivered a mean blow on that quarterback.
That was Curly? I just looked back and saw a couple linemen helping Cooper up and saw that he took a hit.
It was another end over end.
I'm not surprised to see it come from old Curly.
Thump a guy over.
Cooper dropped back to pass. Pressured, another sack. I believe this is a 2nd consecutive 4-sack night for the Bearcats. Extracurricular stuff happening. Cassidy not happy. Big number 77 not happy. 77, Ira Montoya. And that's a turnover on downs after that sack. So first time this year we'd had 4 sacks in a game. It was since Bushland last year was last week, and didn't have to wait near as long for another one. So
yeah, I think that was Diego Aleo. Saw Ryan Riney in on it. Probably several guys got credit on that sack.
Yeah.
We're talking about the good coverage. The guy that taught me my secondary coverage is Joe's dad, Coach Calhoun. He was my secondary coach back in the day, Ron.
Yeah, he was here with the program with Coach Schwartz, and I was in the 7th grade.
He's a good dude.
Fake handoff there by Dakota David. He's going to keep it and get up the middle and get about 2 yards.
On the tackle, 54, Carson Espelt.
We're going to go the ground and pound, or what do you think, Ron?
Run it out, John. That's what I'm saying. Get Curly Brockman in there and let him get after it. Snap, pitch out, Gage Anderson. He's going to get a hole there. He's going to get enough for the first down, plus some. Gets that across the 50. Tough to tackle, slippery. He's going to get drugged down in Lion territory, but that's enough for an Ike Real Estate first down.
Let's get Curly in the backfield, boys. Come on now.
On a carry, 7, Gage Anderson. So we 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
1st and 10 from the Lion 48. Snap, handoff to Anderson up the middle. Has some space, and he's going to reel off Anderson about 6 there on that, setting up a 2nd and 3.
On the tackle, number 7, Rannick.
2nd and 4 here, 6 yards.
Catch check.
How many yards Gage got now? Nordy.
He's up to 42 yards
42.
on the night. 42 yards rushing on 11 carries. Oh, wait, it just up. Well, I don't
Should
know.
have 7
we got
more
some
there,
shady
right?
stuff going on behind me. I think it's up to 72 now. That eclipses 600 yards of offense for the Bearcats tonight. Jet sweep, Crew Chandler's going to have some space. 30, one man to beat. Cuts it in. Guy can't bring him down. Oh, he does eventually sling him down inside the 10. I thought Crew Chandler got under him. Touchdown saving tackle by number 5, Kesser Montoya.
Number 28 for the Lions.
Good running there, Crew.
Great running there. We're up to 630 yards of offense, 402 passing, 228 yards rushing. Well, last time we passed, well, I was looking at the wrong thing. Last time we passed for 300 yards was against Bowie earlier in the year. I do not see a stat for 400 yards passing in Bearcat program history.
On the carry, Anderson.
And unofficially, we're at 402 passing tonight.
Okay.
So we might have something to add to the media guide this week.
Add to the record books.
Gage Anderson gets a carry, gets down to the 1 yard line, 2nd and goal from the 1 inside the point bank red zone. Pistol formation snap. Gage Anderson gets the handoff, and the defensive ends come right around, pinch down, and tackle him after about a 2 yard loss.
Ponder brought the house on that one.
You have space to put 400 yards of passing, Chance?
Yeah, just because it's not in the book, though, doesn't mean it didn't happen. Our summer project next year is going to be to actually establish a record book. So that's just the last time it happened in that guide, not necessarily the record.
Sure. Quarterback sneak. That
looked like we fumbled a snap.
Looked like the quarterback was trying to bear crawl with it. That's just because, I mean, he's taking the snap under center, and by the time he gets his hand on it, the center's basically already underneath him. Did not go well, though, on that 3rd and goal from the 2.
I thought Cade Carter ended up with the ball there.
He did?
Did he?
I think a few years after you graduated, Ryan, Pilot Point started lighting it up as far as passing, and that may be where we find some passing records this next summer.
Yeah, after 2010 or the 2009 season, Coach Felt actually went and spent a week in Muleshoe to talk to those coaches and kind of learn some of the elements of their offense, which was the air raid. It was a lot of Texas Tech style offense, you know, just slinging around everywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have a lot of success in those few years following that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they found some 1 week with over 400 yards, because they did kind of go to that style of offense. We're going to try this again. 3rd and goal from the 2. Last 2 plays have been, you know, loss of yards.
Yeah, been pretty predictable as expected.
Man, every time I hear the band play the fight song, it's hard for me not to whistle. I gotta remember I got a mic right by me. I can't whistle. Snap. Play action. They're coming across the edge. Jump pass. But Dakota David trying to go for touchdown pass number 4. Couldn't get enough on it because he was hit as he threw it.
Yeah, Ponder was bringing the pressure on the edge there and almost got Dakota on the blind side as he was releasing the ball.
Big 6'6" Cade Carter was standing there with his heels on the in line right there. Couldn't get it to him. We're going to attempt an Alejos field goal attempt. This is going to be a 19-yarder, kind of just like an extra point, except it's going to have a sharp angle from the right hash. Left-footed kicker, though. He's just got to push it right over there. Snap, hold, kick is up. It is high. It has got a good angle, and it is good. 4:11 left in the 4th quarter. Brought to you by the Peacock family. Bearcats extend their lead 65-14. We'll get a commercial and come back for the end of this one.
I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
4:11 here. You know, I think I'm not afraid of the announcer's jinx this week. I'm going to call this one a game. Pilot Point's going to get out of here.
Going out on a limb, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting bold.
Wow.
Looks like Brock called off the Dogs a little early, considering it's 48-0 in the third quarter, but I think it's been 48-0 for a while. It was 40-something at halftime.
Brock, I got 55-0.
Okay, mine
it's
has
been stuck at 1 minute, but I'm pretty sure the game's over there.
Yeah, it says it went final 55-7.
Yeah, final 55-7. Oh, Boyd got a late touchdown somehow.
Well, in Paradise, we're tied at 35 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Man, come on, Greyhound.
I want Pisa to win because I'm not a fan of Paradise, but it is a thing. If Paradise pulls that one out, we will clinch no worse than second place in this district. So we still have an opportunity to win it, but we do no worse than second. This is a pooch kick down the right side, caught at the 12, and we're going to see what the coverage team. Curly Brockman, exactly what you said.
Overran him. First guy every time.
I mean, it was better, though, because right now it's only stopped at the 30, but you're right. The first guy gets down there and runs right by the return man.
Yeah, you want to see that first guy kind of break down and at least make contact, slow the guy down for the rest of your coverage team.
Hey, guys, I just earned my salary as a sideline reporter.
Nice.
You see, when the refs went to both sidelines and had a discussion on that fumble, what happened was there was an inadvertent whistle on the Ponder side. So the refs went to discuss it with both sides, and you could either accept the play as is or have it replay over. So that's what happened.
Did we choose I'm assuming we chose to replay it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Clifton Cooper looking to go deep down the seam. Colin Lynch in good coverage again. 17 for the Lions, got his hands on it. Dylan Cope, but he ultimately couldn't bring it down. That's the first time he said his name since the first.
It's a tough catch, but it's good throw there by the Ponder quarterback.
Well, it's going to be a sweet play. Quarterback keeps it, and thank goodness he did because there were some Bearcats there tackling the running back. But now the rest of them are tackling the quarterback after about 4 yards. And, I mean, I'm sure nobody's surprised, but it looks like Ish Harris and Aydon Cox Knights are done. Aiden's taking off the tape. Ish, I don't see a helmet around him anywhere. He's got a headset on. So.
Yeah, they deserve the rest of the night off.
Yep, so it is 3rd and 6 here for the Lions. Snap, play action, going to pass, throwing it deep down the seam again. Just his own receiver, Case Peacock, all spun around. Gage Anderson, excellent coverage there. And it is going to be 4th and 6, 3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bearcats up at homecoming, 65-14.
You know, from the perspective of the clock running, Ryan, I don't want them really throwing the ball, but, I mean, we've got some secondary guys that are younger, Crew Chandler and these guys.
Man, I put in a call.
I don't mind them getting the experience.
I put in a call in the Custom Roofing and Instruction Bearcat pregame show of a defensive touchdown, and I haven't gotten it.
We haven't got one yet, huh?
No. Complete pass on the slant route, enough for a first down. Number 11, Hutchinson on the catch.
Trevor Martin on the tackle.
Trevor Martin on the tackle there.
1st and 10 for the Lions.
Going in a hurry, throwing out into the flat, caught, and Rodas is going to wrestle him down.
That was definitely the Rodas wrestling show right there.
Definitely some wrestling over there, but gets him down to the ground. And the clock's running because it was inbound, complete pass. We're under 3 minutes to go. Boyd next week, John, at Boyd. Stadium's pretty nice if you can make it out. If you can't, we'll be there live in what looks to be a really nice air-conditioned press box. It looked that way when we drove by it. I'm excited to see it. And I'm excited to see what the Bearcats do, how they follow up a 5-game win streak. And the week before, they're going to go play Brock for what could potentially set up as the district championship here at home.
Yeah, we need to stay sharp. Take care of business again next week. Can't look ahead. I guess you can consider that one a trap game because you got Brock the next week.
Yeah. So
and you would expect if Boyd's got one game in them, they're going to bring it against the Bearcats with our history against Boyd.
Yeah. Deep ball thrown on the sideline. Gage Anderson in perfect coverage.
Good job, Gage.
Receiver went up and got it. Gage didn't have his head turned around, but he waited until the receiver made contact, poked it out. Chance, and the media got him trying to flip through it. I think we've only beat Brock one time in program history. Is that right?
That's correct. That was here.
And that was here for a district championship, right?
I believe. Yep.
That ended up sealing a district championship.
And
so the last time we played.
They ended up beating us in the rematch, right?
Yeah,
yeah. 2.0, yes.
Yeah. We're throwing it deep down the sideline again. Ball. Overthrown, incomplete. That was 4th and 10. Well, I just wanted to bring some symmetry to it. Last time we played Brock in this stadium with the district championship on the line, we came out on top. So it would be really nice to see that happen again. Here late in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Alex Puga's down after that play. He's sitting up. I think he's just gathering himself before he gets off the field here. But we're going to step away for a commercial while we do a change of possessions.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 football season. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card, custom designed with the Pilot Point High School logo on the front. Visit pointbank.com to know more. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
And we're back here for the Bearcats' possession. 2.5 minutes to go in this game. I imagine a handful of runs. And we'll get out of here and move to 6-2 on the season. 5-0 in district with 2 games to play.
I was about to say, it looked like we were going to empty backfield, but Dakota's put Gage in the right spot.
And Dakota David's going to keep it around the right side, stretch it out, ducks his shoulders, tries to make sure he stays in bounds, gets it out across the 45 to the Lion 44-yard line. 4 yards on that carry for Dakota David. So at this point, we're at 630 yards of offense for the Bearcats tonight. 402 through the air, 234 on the ground. 318 for Ponder. That's a pretty good showing for them, especially when you only put up 14 points. 318 yards, you only put up 14 points. Snap, handoff. Gage Anderson going to be brought down, definitely from the back of the shoulder pads.
Almost a horse collar there.
Yeah, I think maybe the guy was able to get on his back. He didn't drag him down. He kind of rode him down maybe. 3rd and 6 here, 1:37 and counting. Now that this game is definitely wrapped up, we got all eyes on Peaster Paradise.
I see it's tied up, 35
looks like they're going to overtime.
Oh, overtime.
Overtime in Paradise.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Throwing out to the slot and incomplete. It looked like Colin Lynch was open. David left it behind him. Dakota David left it behind him. Going to set up a 4th and 10. And 1:18 left.
Trying to add those passing yards there.
Yeah, so that's going to be one to watch, even if they're not complete when we go off the air. We got the Texas Friday football app, and that's how we're tracking these. So definitely
bonus football in Paradise.
Yeah, we saw that ourselves last week. It's not 4th and 10. It's 4th and 6 here for the Bearcats, and they're lined up to punt though. Aydon Cox took all his tape off, has to come in and punt. Well, we could have snapped the ball twice.
Yeah, had a guy off sides.
But we didn't. Aydon Cox catches it, punts it towards the Bearcat sideline, bounces, and takes a pretty neutral bounce at about the 23-yard line. And Ponder's going to take possession with 1:08. And like I said, so we're going to stay here, and Ponder's going to come out and run a few plays. And that'll be that. Bearcats are going to finish 640 yards of offense. Individual stats, nothing's changed for Wyatt Smith. 9 of 11, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dakota David, 5 of 14, 122, and 3 touchdowns. Ish Harris, 4 carries, 95 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wyatt Smith, 3 carries, 3 catches, or 3 carries, 3 yards. Gage, 14 carries, 77 yards. Dakota David, 6 for 40. Crew Chandler, 2 for 23.
You are blocking someone in. You're in the gravel.
Trips right, low snap, new quarterback in, Sorensen, and he's just going to try to scramble for his life before he's sacked for about 4 yards. I think that is considered a sack with how that worked out. That's negative 5 yards, and that's the number 5th sack of the night. Receiving yards for the Bearcats. Aydon Cox keeps it up. 6 catches, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ish Harris, 3 for 51 yards and a touchdown. This is another sack here, piling them up. Number 6 on the night. That'd be something I know is not in the media guide. I don't even know how we would even find sacks like that in the past. But a 6-sack night here for the Bearcats.
Andy Mendoza and Curly Brogman.
Cade Carter, 1 catch, 4 yards. Crew Chandler, 1 catch, 20 yards. Stephen Rodos, 1 catch, 30 yards and a touchdown. Gage Anderson, 2 catches, 44 yards. He has a touchdown of his own. Last play of the game, handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Tackle is made. And we're going to go final here at Massey Stadium and hope the Bearcat homecoming. Moving 5-0 in district. Pilot Point 65. Ponders 14. So, let's try to, before we do anything, let's definitely check and see if we have any developments in that game in Paradise, because that has a lot of implications here. Still says 35-35.
Yeah, still tied up in overtime.
Nothing being updated in the chat. So, Friday football app, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. That's how you can keep track of that game. From here in Pilot Point, I want to thank you guys for listening. Thanks to Pilot Point ISD, pilotpointbearcats.com, Ponder ISD, Chance Kirby, Travis Marsh, statistician Chris Nortman, sound engineer Roger Marsh, production assistants Molly Holloway, Steve Sparkman, Hannah Sneed, our title sponsor, Speed-O-Lite Broadband, all of our sponsors, and from Ryan Menard and John Little, thank you guys and good night. Go
Bearcats.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Sean family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States. At dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series, we train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Riney Construction has been in the business for over 20 years. They offer an extended array of custom barns, buildings, fencing, and barn dominiums. Custom work by Riney Construction is full service. From design to completion, they ensure your vision becomes a reality. Riney Construction provides free estimates for your metal building or fencing project. Contact Riney Construction to turn your project on paper into a beautiful barn, shop, home, or fence at allenrineyconstruction@gmail.com or call Allen at 940-367-4698.
Barbershop and Salon.
Come on down.
You've been watching Bearcat Football live on the Pilot Point Bearcat YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel, and you can watch the Bearcats every time we're in action. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and keep up with all the ins and outs of Bearcat and Lady Cat athletics at pilotpointbearcats.com. Here you'll find the Bearcat Insider and all the pregame and postgame shows throughout the year. For Ryan Menard and John Little, we do thank you for watching. This has been a Chance Kirby Roger Marsh production. And until next week, go Bearcats!